Welcome to Through the Wire.
Through the Wire. No KB today. KB is in T-Dot, Toronto. Man's is
there for the first time.
Man's is gone for the wedding team.
He beat us to Toronto. He that way before we got there.
You nervous? You skipping over your words already.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous.
Somebody asked me yesterday. They were like, "Aren't you guys supposed to be in Toronto?" I was like, "That's only KB."
That's only KB. So shout out to KB and Suzanne. We hope y'all having a wonderful time at that wedding event. Apparently, he texted us and said the hotel was very nice.
Yep, luxurious.
Yeah, he said HOA should put us in that one. And then he said, "Oh, this motherfucker might be too good. They ain't gonna put us in this motherfucker." Yeah, no KB. So I don't want y'all to think he gonna run back anything like that. No KB. Mike, what's going on? How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great. Today. We don't got no basketball today, so I got some planned later. I'm doing a sip and paint later, so that should be fun.
Ooh, shit. What you doing at it? You'll have to drop. I'm not specific.
It's gonna be in my house.
You said a sip and what?
Okay. Sip and paint.
Oh, a sip and paint.
How do you put that together? I kind of want to steal that. I thought you had to go somewhere, but you can do it at your own house.
I mean, I'm gonna go to Michael's today. Get some
Michael's
canvases, some paint, some little stuff. I probably have to get that little thing you put on the table so it don't get everywhere. But it should be fun though.
You ever played chess?
Like regular chess or sipping chess?
Chess, like with the pieces, chess pieces.
Yeah,
that's fun. I like to do that and sip some wine. I like to sip wine and play chess.
The pieces.
It's only one type of chess I like.
I thought everybody knew what that was.
You know what I'm noticing about
chess? When I said chess, I thought
I knew what you meant.
No, we
I just thought it was like a different version of chess, like not just chess in the park between. No.
Oh my!
At least that's not what I thought. He could have meant some chicken breast.
Treasure chest.
Oh, true.
I thought you said treasure chest.
What you saying?
No, I'm playing. One thing I'm noticing about Mike, he likes to host. Like Mike likes to bring the guys through. Like I'm noticing, like he likes to bring the guys through, playing something out.
Well, he's the only
this
one.
This ain't no host.
Yeah.
This is just me and one other person that's doing this.
Well, he don't have no other person that live with him.
Yeah.
KB got Suzanne.
True.
True. So it's like.
So are you saying? Are you saying that if that wasn't the case, you think one of y'all would also be interested in hosting often?
I mean, probably because you don't have nobody there. So
yeah.
It's like you just gonna spend your time alone all the time, and it's I don't know. It's a baby there, so it's like she be having shit out, and
Right. Y'all know him better than me. Are you guys not surprised? For me, I was surprised at how like social he wants a big gap. Bring all the guys through. We finna watch the game.
That don't surprise me.
That don't surprise. Like
we used to always talk about like having kickbacks, but nobody would. We just never did.
You know what? A couple episodes ago, you said you would love it if there was like some place. Like we were talking about starting a business. Remember that? Yep. And he said like, if there was like a lounge or like some type of place like where people could link up. So maybe that isn't uncharacteristic.
I just said that because I like the movie Harlem Nights, and that's like the premise of the movie. Is they got
I haven't seen that movie.
Ray's Place, I think it's called. You never seen Harlem Nights?
I haven't seen Harlem Nights.
That's a movie to watch right there.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's gonna make you laugh, so it's a good movie.
All right.
It's got Richard Pryor in it.
It's got everybody.
Yeah,
it's got everybody.
I never heard the story of you watching Friday.
Friday was cool.
Was it at his house?
He went there.
Oh, you weren't there? Nah, I hadn't seen Friday up until I watched it at his crib. I have to watch it again because it was just a lot. It was a lot going on, so I felt like I really couldn't lock in. It was dope because oh my god, it was dope because I was able to connect so many like pop culture references. It's like, oh, that's why people say that. Or,
I mean, when he was
Bojo bit. What he said? Bojo bit. And they both R's. You know what I'm saying? Like so that line.
I don't know.
J. Cole.
I didn't know again, Debo. Like, so that line and then like, damn, like that thing, like that little meme, like I knew where that's from now. Different things.
You gotta watch all the Friday movies.
It was cool to see like
you gotta go something like Friday and then something serious. So you gotta go Friday, Boys in the Hood. Next Friday, Menace to Society.
I ain't seen
that. Okay.
Back and forth.
No.
Yeah.
Don't play that.
You haven't been here for a while, but
yeah.
Anwar is the newest edition, but these two, And Mike is getting back. I'm happy you know Harlem Nights, but these two on the ends, there's a lot of shit. Like you going deep. Like Dead Presidents is like a little deeper. These motherfuckers haven't seen Boys in the Hood.
Well, like I explained,
I seen the book. I ain't locked in on that shit.
My mama did not like rated R movies. Wasn't even allowed in the crib. They weren't even allowed in the crib. Well, how are you supposed like? How do I know to watch something that I don't even know about? Like you know what I'm saying? Because it's not brought up in the crib. I grew up with all girls, so like, even certain movies might not be there.
I get that part.
You feel me?
I guess sometimes it's like it's a lot of shit because my mom.
I didn't have no big brother.
My mom used to be on the same type of shit to a little bit, but like Austin just said, it got to a certain age where the curiosity made you sneak and do it. Like there was a point in time where I couldn't listen to cursing, but I still would go and listen to cursing.
Yeah,
I remember the first time I cursed outside.
For real?
Yeah, I remember.
I
did that shit quiet as hell, and I had to look around real quick.
I'm gonna cut you a little slack though because I had my mom's crib and my pop's crib. My pops didn't care, but that's why I took advantage of it. But even at school, like if a motherfucker was like, you know, you hear what people talking about at school or a joke or a reference to something, you're like, what the fuck is that? And they like, you didn't see, but into a certain degree, my mom would be on that, but there's certain things that is a part of the black culture that it's just like you wave. Like, yeah, my mom don't necessarily want me watching certain things, but like Boys in the Hood, it's kind of just like it's a part of the culture. It's like even if she don't want you watching or listening to cursing, you have to watch that. It's a significant movie in the culture. So like, yeah, it's certain things I'm not gonna want my kids to be exposed to, but it's also some shit where it's like they gotta get a little exposed to it because this is more important than fucking listening to cursing.
Right.
This is like a big part of the culture. Let's dive in to the
say.
basketball. I'm glad we got that going because we'll be able to reference back to that because y'all know when KB ain't here, we give y'all 2 hours. We give y'all 2 hours.
We still do it.
What day was that? What day was the game? Wednesday?
Wednesday.
We had game 1 of the NBA Finals. I need thoughts. I need overreactions. I need opinions. I need something.
Listen, man. You know what's crazy about the Denver Nuggets and Nikola Jokic is that he looked like the best player on the court throughout the first 2 quarters without taking many shots. Like, I think that's – in the first quarter, he literally didn't take a shot, and he still looked like he was dominating the game on all assets, just the way – he was able to find guys. Guys were cutting. He was picking apart that zone. And then when he wanted to score, guess what? He just started scoring. And there was just nothing anyone could do on the court with him. And it just looks like this Denver team, they looked like a team that took 9 days off, and the Miami Heat looked like a team that just played a Game 7 where they were up 3-0, and they had to fight back in that last game. And it looked like a team that was tired versus a team that was fresh. And it definitely showed in this game. And I don't know what to expect because the Miami Heat is a team that has a lot of miles because they fucking played in the play-in. Now they all the way here in the NBA Finals. So fatigue, it catches up to you at some point. And it might be catching up to them at the wrong time.
Yeah. Overreactions, they feel like the Heat dead in the water on some real shit because they damn near have to play like perfect game. I don't even think the Denver came out hot. But it's not like they had a crazy, crazy game where they really couldn't miss. They hit more shots than the Heat because the Heat couldn't hit no shots. But even with those couple more shots made, I feel like Denver still hasn't played their best basketball yet. You know, I think that the size is a big thing. Aaron Gordon took advantage of that size. It wasn't them. They're talking about playing Kevin Love now because Aaron Gordon, they need somebody that can soak up minutes as somebody with some size that can kind of guard Aaron Gordon and keep him out the paint. But the big thing I keep seeing is like people are trying to decide, do we let Jokic beat us and give us 50 or do we kind of like they're just trying to figure out the game plan to stop Jokic. But it's no way to. You know, it's like he literally runs their offense. You talk about like, hey, we going to guard up on MPJ. MPJ just going to probably cut back door and Jokic is going to make that pass 10 times out of 10. It's like, how do you stop a game? How do you stop a dude that naturally just dominates the game? Like you say, he didn't even take 7 shots, so 7-8 minutes in, but you still feel the effects of Jokic no matter what, you know. So it's they gonna fight, first off have to figure out how they're gonna do that, and second thing is just they have to get their offense going. You can't have no 95 point game against the Denver Nuggets. That's a no go. Yeah. You know, for the Lakers that just played them and they played really good defense. even you have to play above your game to beat Denver, right? You have to beat them. They don't lose many games. It took Kevin Durant and Devin Booker to damn near score 100 themselves to kind of overplay and take a game or take 2 games for them. Same thing. I think Timberwolves got one. That might have been. I don't even remember that. I remember Timberwolves pulled that one. I couldn't remember how that game really went down. But
Anthony Edwards had a crazy game.
But it takes another level. And Jimmy Butler, he had a really sorry kind of first game. We're gonna always obviously expect him back, but I feel like the Heat are kind of dead right now.
That's interesting. I kind of feel the opposite. I definitely feel that the Nuggets are the better team. They have the advantage, which is why I picked them to win the series. But when you look at game 1, there were some interesting things. Denver came out and they did what I think they were supposed to do, was number one, protect home court. They haven't lost at home in the entire playoffs. And we saw before the game, Mike Malone telling them, this team won the first game in Milwaukee on the road. They won the first game in New York. They won the first game against Boston. We not letting that happen, because this is our home floor. And I think it was important for them to come out and punch first, because Miami has shown and throughout the playoffs, you give them any extra confidence or any extra hope, and they're going to turn that into something that you didn't see coming, and before you know it, you down 2-1 or 3-1, and you're dead in the water, and you like, hold up, I thought we was more talented than this team on paper. And that's been the story of every single series where the Bucks lost the first game. It's like, okay, cool, we gonna get their ass back, and then they come and they tie the series, and then before you know it, they down 3-1 with their back against the wall. The same thing happened against New York. The same thing against Boston. Boston fought back the most we saw, but it's still at a point where it's like, damn, you look up and we down 3-0 to the Miami Heat, who in every box you can check, we are supposed to be better than. And I think it was important for Denver to come out and punch first. But a couple things that I think makes the Miami Heat not dead in the water. Number 1 of 17 from the field from Max Strus and Caleb Martin is atrocious. And it's something I don't think you can depend on. And even with that happening, there was times where the Miami Heat hung on in this game and showed a little bit of life. Credit to Denver, because I feel like throughout the playoffs, that's what they've been excellent at, where they respond. Yeah. They have perfect timing where Michael Porter Jr. hits a transition 3. KCP hits a fucking pull-up mid-range jumper. Jokic does a one-legged jump shot. You know what I mean? One of those crazy, like you used to say, Jamal Murray and Jokic against the Lakers in a particular game, they had 2 crazy shots to end the quarter, and you talked about those shots because it's just like, what the fuck? If you could take away those shots, the entire game is different. They have the answer to make those shots throughout the courses of games when they need them the most. Hayward Highsmith gave you 18. I'm looking at that because in every series, Miami has had somebody come out of nowhere and kind of be effective all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And one Miami Heat fan tweeted me, like, I said that in my video, and he acted like Hayward Highsmith had been, like, he's not random. Okay.
He did not. The way he played in that game, he hadn't played like that at all throughout the whole playoff run.
Many motherfuckers didn't know his name at the beginning of this year, just to even start off with.
He was getting DMPs against the Knicks. Now he had 18. Gabe Vincent shot the ball extremely well. I think you're going to need him. He shot 5 for 10 from 3. And then Jimmy Butler wasn't aggressive. Like, not having a good performance, he took 14 shots. I feel like if you get a more aggressive performance from Jimmy, and if Bam can continue to go at Jokic, and you get anything from Martin and Strus, I mean anything. And Max Strus didn't make a field goal. These dudes were 1 of 17,
were wide open too.
1 of 11.
A lot of those shots was wide open. What's crazier though, that 14 shots from Jimmy, or the fact that he didn't take no free throws? They had 2 free throws on the night as a team.
Yes, 2 free throws on the night. But everything else, 3 free throws, 3 free throws. They won the turnover battle. They won the offensive rebound battle. So they had certain ingredients there that don't make me feel like they're necessarily dead in the water, but it does show that Denver is the better team, and Miami is going to have to turn that shit up a notch. Jimmy can't go into a game and shoot anything less than 20 shots. Yeah. But I do love the Bam performance.
Bam was amazing.
Bam was super amazing. I love that Gabe Vincent is still reliable as far as a perimeter shot maker, because they're going to need points, like you said. And the Kevin Love shit, I said the same thing in the video as well. Kevin Love, when he's making shots, cool, good. When he's not, but yeah, they do need size.
I don't think Kevin Love, even though he has size, is he really the answer for Aaron Gordon? I think Aaron Gordon is still gonna like slash to the basket. I don't think he's gonna still do what he does in the paint. Kevin Love isn't like a defender.
Yeah,
Aaron
I mean,
Gordon's just a bigger body, but
it's not like they're asking him to guard him at the 3, probably just to eat up some of that space, because it's like, because Caleb Martin's probably doing the same shit, or Gabe Vince, whoever's guarding is like, you're giving him that space because you want the 3, but he's gonna overstrong you.
Yeah, he had a play where he just ripped right by Gabe Vincent, and it's just a layup.
For sure. And that to me is where the Denver Nuggets won the game. In the first quarter, they had 29 points. 20 of those were in the paint.
Yeah.
Like the points in the paint in the first half especially was so significant that it's like a lot of people talking about, they didn't even have a great shooting day. They shouldn't have had a great shooting day because why wouldn't I continue to feast at the rim when Aaron Gordon, every time I look up, Gabe Vincent is somehow miraculously guarding him. So let's expose that. And let's try to play one of their guys off the floor. I heard Draymond Green say that in the previous series.
Yeah.
It's about
the playoffs.
Playing somebody off of the floor, trying to take a guy out of the game because he is significant. And Gabe Vincent, they were picking on him. And on the other side, he was one of the only perimeter threats that they had. And that was a thing for me, was the points in the paint.
And I like
the lack of size.
The fact that Aaron Gordon, it wasn't even just like Jokic was feeding him. He was taking advantage of the space they was giving him.
Yeah.
So I think you gotta be wary about that, because like you say, you want to play people off the floor. The Lakers tried to play Aaron Gordon off the floor last series, but he took advantage of it. And Mike Malone showed that he probably gonna stick to his guns. So he's gonna play his guys 40+ minutes.
Seem serviceable in that Lakers series. It's like that first game when they did try to play him in a dunker spot, it was like, damn, what are we going to do with Aaron Gordon? But then he moved him, made him set screens, made him cut. Like he made Aaron Gordon playable. And I think that's great coaching when you can make an adjustment when a team is trying to play your guy off the court, but you can have a counter where you be like, oh, shit, they can actually keep him on the court. Like how you said with Aaron Gordon, how he ate up that space. I need Jimmy to do that. Joker. No, oh my God. I combined his nickname and his real name. Jokic is playing like drop coverage, and Jimmy Butler is such a great mid-range shooter. I'm surprised that he wasn't coming off of that screen, being aggressive, and getting to his shot and making Jokic have to come up. Jokic is literally just stopping him from getting to the rim. And if he could just operate in that 15, 18-foot area at that level that we know he can have a way better game than he did. And that's to me is going to be something that I'm looking forward to in this next game.
What adjustments would you make if you were Eric Spoelstra?
That's tough because when you look at Jokic, it's kind of hard to make adjustments for him.
And
it's like you don't really have an answer for him. So it's like I guess you kind of have to try to stop the others and then let Jokic do his thing. But it's like even then, Jokic just demands so much attention that naturally your players are going to gravitate towards him, even if you tell them not to. Mm-hmm. If Jokic catches the ball when they're playing zone in the middle, everybody's going to collapse because he can make that 15-foot jumper easily. And he's also going to make the right passes. So it's going to be tough.
And also, that zone was not working against Denver, too, because obviously Denver could shoot the ball. It's going to be kind of – I'm worried, too, just because, like, one-on-one, like, Bam guarding Jokic, he's going to do a good job because it's Bam. But it's like, now you run into that problem. He could get in foul trouble just guarding him straight up. So he just causes too many issues, I feel like. So I honestly don't know. I really don't know what the adjustment is. I'm kind of excited to see what Eric Spoelstra does. I was watching the post-game interviews, and Eric Spoelstra was like, just his vibe, and like you could tell like he loves this shit. Like he loves the challenge. So going into game 2, I'm expecting something different. I'm expecting something different. Obviously the shots could fall more, but I'm expecting them probably to attack the rim more.
Yeah. I think a more aggressive Jimmy could change the whole course of this game.
Who would you say is more what would be more important for the Heat? Obviously, if you could have both, you would, but do you think you need more of an important game from a bigger game from the role players, obviously the shooting well, or do you need Jimmy Butler to take over?
I think you need Jimmy Butler to have a Jimmy Butler game because Jamal Murray has shown he's going to be Jamal Murray. You need, Jokic is going to be Jokic. Jamal Murray is going to be Jamal Murray. The Heat need their second star or their main star in Jimmy to be Jimmy, and then Bam to be Bam. Then the other guys get in where they fit in. That's kind of how the Nuggets play. Everybody has their role. Jokic and Jamal Murray are going to be that dynamic duo. Mm-hmm. Then everybody else get in where they fit in.
Yeah, because
I'm gonna go others.
The others,
just because I feel like in every series,
that's what I'm thinking about
others
too.
Have been so significant because I don't, as much as great of a player Jimmy Butler is, I just think it's too much to ask of him that he needs to be doing what he did against the Bucks. Like it's cool if he can, but number one, I never in my life have looked at Jimmy Butler as a guy that's like, go give me 50 tonight. Like I obviously he can and he has, But like he's just a good as well-rounded player where he'll take on a challenge of guarding Jamal Murray. He'll hit timely jumpers and shit. If he can't give you 50, then obviously you take it. But I don't know if you count on that or you're asking of that. It just kind of happens. But in every series, the best way to say it, the best version of the Miami Heat has been the Miami Heat where Jimmy don't have to necessarily give you 50 or 40, but he's not giving you 14 on 6 or 14.
He might get a cool 20, but I feel it's like he might have 5 steals that game. Or
exactly.
I think that's what I was trying to get at because I feel like the Bucks series was the one by itself where Jimmy had to take over. Mm-hmm. But against the Knicks and the Celtics, it was the role players that really take off.
Yeah.
And I feel like in this too, like if it coming down to the role players, Aaron Gordon, he was hooping his ass off. Bruce Brown came to hoop every game, it felt like. So I think you kind of do need those role players to kind of negate them. I think Jimmy Butler just gonna naturally be better, but I don't feel like you need that crazy game. I think you need the obviously the role players to shoot, but you just need them to play better.
I just feel like also when your duo of Jimmy and Bam are playing at that level, it just makes everything easier around them. So I think you're gonna get naturally easier shots for Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, Caleb Martin. As Jimmy and Bam are being Jimmy and Bam, where they both have 20-plus points and they dominating the game in the paint, that mid-range area, the defense will collapse, and then everybody else will eat and get easier shots. That's kind of what the Denver Nuggets literally get so many easy shots because the defense is so locked in on stopping Jokic and Jamal Murray that you're bound to leave open a Bruce Brown on the weak side or Michael Porter Jr. on the weak side, and you get your 40% three-point shooters open. It's tough when your duo is dominating the game like that.
And I'll take that same theory and I apply it to the role players as well. It's more room and space for Jimmy or Bam to operate when the defense have to be honest on Gabe Vincent, when they have to take account for Caleb Martin, when they have to when Max Strus has hit his third 3 of the quarter and now everybody's in a panic to look for him. That opens up everything for your star players. And I think that's why Denver has been the best team because Michael Porter Jr., you always have to find him. Aaron Gordon dump ins on Gabe Vincent. You have to account for that. And once your attention is on that, Jokic is now one-on-one. Jamal Murray is one-on-one. And everything is rocking and rolling. KCP is a guy that you can't leave. You know what I mean? So I think that's why they've been like the best team throughout these playoffs because there is really no answer. It's kind of like pick your poison with them. And I think, me personally, I think that's how basketball is to be played. I'm going to take what's ever given to me. And I think the Nuggets do a good job of that. If you want to zone us and give us perimeter shots, we'll take them. If you want Jokic to go one-on-one, we'll take it. If you want to make Jokic be a passer, we'll take it. If Jamal Murray has to be our closer, we'll take it. Aaron Gordon, 14 points in the first half, we'll take it. Bruce Brown being, we'll take it. Whatever you give us, we're going to take and make you pay. And I feel like that's refreshing to see because we are in a perimeter-centric game where everybody tries to play like the Warriors and beat you in one way, where we're going to space the floor and just shoot up threes and pray we get hot, you know what I mean? Or we're going to rely on our star and just play isolation basketball like the Rockets and James Harden was or how we saw Boston do. But the Nuggets have a unified team that's hitting on all cylinders, and it's tough. It's tough. And I am a guy that actually does want to see them try to say Jokic beat us because I know what gets him going is passing, and I want to see the Miami Heat try. It's definitely easier said than done because, like you was talking about, back doors and different type of actions.
They be running everything through them.
Yeah. So it ain't like just a video game where it's like, hey, play tight on everybody and just let you. But at the same time, I would like the scheme to be centered around, hey, we're willing to let this dude go one-on-one. And that's also a dangerous game because, like you said, Bam in a foul trouble. If he gets into foul trouble, what's your next option? Cody Zeller?
That's not going to end well at all. But
I will say defensively, Michael Porter Jr. did a great job this game of getting out on shooters. He used his length to really make it tough on like Caleb Martin and Max
he
Strus.
had a double-double too.
Yeah.
Like he was doing it all. And that's why I said the role players, Miami Heat just going to have to play overall just better in general. But the making shots is going to be crucial because how you gonna get back and get properly matched up if they're constantly they're not taking the ball out of the basket? They're pushing out a fast break and miss a missed 3 and a long rebound is damn near a turnover at some point. Mm-hmm. You know, because it's so easy to push. So just making a shot.
There was one time when Jokic just tapped that bitch out to Gordon and they just got going.
I seen one where Aaron Gordon had passed it right ahead to Michael Porter Jr. Most open dunk ever. So it's just like I think making shots and getting them back in transitions don't gonna help. Also, I don't know. Every time I like listen to Jokic, because I was watching his post game interview and they were talking about how he didn't take the like any shots in the first couple minutes, and he's just like, man, I just be taking what the game give me, and it's just like you ain't never seen such a selfless dude that plays at that type of level, like, and not like play style wise, but just like how he kind of carries himself when he's just so low maintenance. It just reminds me of kind of like Tim Duncan. Like he really just cares about the game and just wants to win. You know, everything else is just kind of like a blur.
He's becoming more media friendly. He seems like he used to be very like uptight. He seems like he's becoming a little bit more loose and like you can see him up there laughing a little bit and like
that's what winning does.
Yeah, like cracking a little jokes here and there. So I do like the fact that he's becoming more media friendly. So maybe media day with him will be actually fun.
Yeah, he was. They did because they brought him on.
Like he doesn't really like when he's at media day. He's kind of like dry. Now he might.
He said he doesn't like them. He doesn't like media because.
Well, yeah, he's not the guy that I think at All-Star break I'm so anxious to talk to Jokic because I'm gonna get a soundbite from him. I think that's just who. At that point, you just got to take that for who he is.
Yeah, which is okay.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it. We need more people that just shutting the fuck up and not doing nothing.
Like Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, I don't mind at all. He don't owe me a soundbite, and I think that's what makes shit genuine.
That's what makes when people don't say anything
so much for something.
Yeah,
that it's just like people who just talk. You just and then it makes our job look bad as media people because it's like, oh, you getting them to say something, and it's just like certain people that don't say nothing. In order for you to get them to talk, you have to be talking about something significant.
I like those players though, because when they do say something, usually it is a soundbite, like the Kawhi shit. Like,
I think Kawhi will end up on Podcast P, and we'll see like a different version of him.
We've seen a different version. Have you ever seen the Ibaka shit where you got to cook with Ibaka? He was on that.
Oh, I did not see Kawhi.
Kawhi was like, Serge Ibaka was on some goofy shit. They making pizza and shit. Yeah. And instead of like sausage, it was like cow penis.
Oh.
And Kawhi you not gonna eat the cow penis? But yeah, you should watch it.
I haven't seen that one.
It's decent. It's like 20 minutes. They cooking pizza. Ibaka has a show
with BR. At least it was at one point.
Yeah, you're right. And yeah, he would cook and he would have his teammates on. Kawhi was a guest on there.
Oh wow!
And he was being very
loose and fun,
like his regular self.
Okay, fun guy.
Check that out for sure.
What adjustments would you like to see?
You go for it. I'm chewing on it.
Oh, I thought you. I didn't think. Did you answer the question? I remember you asked us the question.
Yeah, I did.
But I don't remember if you gave an answer.
He did answer.
Yeah.
I just wanted to chew.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, as far as the adjustments go, I hate to say this because it's a lot to ask of the guy. I would think about at some point, maybe not to start the game, but at some point, Jimmy Butler getting on Jamal Murray. I remember what Jimmy Butler was able to do to Jalen Brunson, and Jamal Murray is definitely a lot bigger, and he's playing at a different level as of right now. But I think one of those guys you have to X out. And I think it's easier to slow down Jamal Murray than Nikola Jokic. But you cannot have Jokic getting his 9th triple-double to playoffs and Jamal Murray having 26.
Yeah, 28, whatever.
Whatever he had. That's just like...
That's a guarantee to win for them.
Yeah, that's a dream scenario to have both of your duo players really just in their bag but not doing too much. And, yeah, I also want to try to see... Like I said, it's easier said than done. Let Jokic try to beat you with the scoring because it's obvious that the passing and the involvement, it gives him an act. Every player has something that makes them get up a little bit more.
Yeah.
There's certain players who it's defense. You let them get a breakaway steal and they yam it. Now they turn. It got them popping. There's certain players who want to shoot threes. You let Steph hit a couple threes to start the game and good night.
You know what, bro?
You talk shit to some players.
And y'all gonna be like... Based on how I be playing, you be like, you love shooting the ball. But I feel like the best stat is when you get that board and you get that assist. It's just like, you just feel like you in control at that point.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, I'm getting this motherfucker. We gonna get it. And I don't even got to score my damn self. But that's what makes Jokic so interesting is because he got the bag. Like, he's actually pulled out so many damn, moves this postseason. It's just like, man, he got the little Dirk fade. He's got the post hooks. He's really good at those like trajectory rebound too. It's like where he'll put the ball up. He already knows where it's going on the miss. Yeah. Tip it right back in.
Because he doesn't jump high at all.
He doesn't. And that's how like you look up and it's like, damn, then they got 9 boards in the first quarter. It's just like he's just too good. So that one-on-one, whoever got him, Bam, or it'll be Bam. Bam, good luck to you, bro.
I like that
That
Bam
shit
is
is
making
hard.
him work on the other end though.
Yes.
Bam is being very aggressive.
Bam
He's
had
attacking him.
26.
Yeah, Bam had
He had
like
a career,
26.
I think,
13 and 5.
But he was also facilitating really well. He was rebounding. Like Bam had a great overall game. He seemed like he was the only one that really showed up.
He had
Highsmith.
he had
Vincent
two,
had 19 too.
Oh yeah, Vincent.
he had
yeah.
2 passes to Jimmy, which probably would have gave Jimmy more points, but he had 2 nice backdoor passes where Jimmy Butler got an easy layup. And just like, man, we need some more of that too.
Question for y'all. It was rumored that at Game 3, Tyler Hero could potentially be ready to play. If you are the Miami Heat and you go down 0-2, do you insert Tyler Hero or do you say we're sticking with the way we've been playing?
I would bring him off the bench.
Yeah,
I would bring him off the bench.
Yeah.
I would leave the starting lineup in, and then I would just give him probably like minutes in the first half, see how he's feeling, see what he's doing. But at this point, I don't think it's a must to play him if it's not the right situation or it's just not. And I'm not worried about that because I feel like Eric Spoelstra is just such an in-game type dude. He would kind of make that adjustment, but I would just probably bring him off the bench.
Yeah, I don't see bringing him off the bench playing him 15 to 20 minutes. I don't see that hindering you. I think that could actually help you. This team is struggling to score, and when you're going against a high-powered offense like the Denver Nuggets, you just need every answer you could get. Mm-hmm. And he's shown that he's a consistent 20-point scorer. So when you're missing a 20-point score, it's hard to make up for it. They have for most of this run, but at some point you're going to start missing those 20 points.
Yeah, they need that dribble penetration back. Yeah. You know, the shit I seen in the Celtics series, I felt was damn near like Max Strus and Duncan Robinson. They were literally, without even cutting, they were getting to the rim.
Yeah.
But if they can get some of that dribble penetration back, which Tyler Hero creates, obviously, with Jimmy Butler, then I think that would be.
And he's improved as a playmaker as well, so he could definitely find guys. And Tyler Hero's definitely missed in this series.
Yeah,
they definitely made it to the finals without him, but he'll be missed in this series.
Yeah. Do you think people overreact when players go down and they're like, the player goes down, especially an important player like Tyler Hero, and then their team has success. Players or people are like, they could do it without him. They're better without him. Do you think that's an overreaction?
Oh, 100%.
It depends on who the player is.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it does depend on who the player is. But, like, if it's like a guy that's like a strictly like really important, yeah. Like Tyler Hero is going to be missing the series.
With the Clippers, when Kawhi went down and Paul George took him to the thing, I'm not going there like we don't need Kawhi.
Yeah.
But if I am the Miami Heat and I go on this run, I am going to look and say, man, and it's not to say we didn't need him, but it's like, you know what I mean? This is
make you raise your eyebrow at it.
Is he a max contract guy?
What does he have, 120?
Yeah, he's at like one. I think he got a similar deal to Jordan Poole.
He makes a lot of fucking money.
He does.
So if you were able to get this far without him, and like Darrick said, he is going to be missed, and he has been missed. But it has to make you wonder, you know what I mean? Because especially a team like Miami, we've known before they made this run that they were going to need to make improvements to the roster. Mm-hmm. So you look around, where could the improvements come from? You don't want to trade Jimmy. You don't want to trade Bam. The only other thing was Tyler Hero. And now that it showed you that you can go on a run without him, when you go into the offseason looking to improve, you can dangle him. It don't mean you're going to trade him, but you feel a little bit more secure and comfortable.
Because I swear, I don't know if it was early this year or more so last year, but we knew that the Heat probably overvalued what Tyler Hero might have been, or at the time was. Like, it was trades. I forget who was in the trade house, but they were like, no. Or they only would dangle out that Tyler Hero trade package for stars. You know what I'm saying? So now you can be a little bit more realistic, and you also understand that the Heat got an eye for talent.
They do.
They really do. So if you were able to somehow you do trade him and you bring in a couple guys that you really like and you can kind of buy into their system, they got undrafted people hooping. It's kind of sucks, but it's like I hate to see them, but they got some really, really like quality players that are like kind of proven a little bit.
Oh well, yeah. When we see that though, they championship level,
right?
You know what I mean? The bubble they had like Crowder and Iguodala and Dragic and shit like that. So when they have those rotational pieces,
Spoelstra gonna make some shit work.
They gonna, you know what I'm saying, with the LeBron teams with Shane Battier, Rashard Lewis, White Chocolate, not White Chocolate, Carlos Arroyo. White Chocolate was with the Shaq team. They make sure.
When you said Carlos, it reminded me of Carlos Delfino.
Carlos Delfino, he's a Rocket, a Milwaukee Buck. He was a good 2K guy. He was a real 2K. He could shoot threes.
I liked him on that Rockets team for sure.
Yeah. He knocked down
Carlos
some shit.
Delfino.
Other NBA news. my favorite thing in the offseason, we got shit going on. It was rumored, and we were on here in the last episode thinking that, predictions. We were in Mike's stream, and they said we didn't make predictions on the series. What is your prediction? What before? I know it's hard to say now because they're 0-1, but
Nuggets
4-1.
Yeah, Nuggets 4-1.
Wait, I felt like you picked the Heat because you was a Jimmy guy.
Not in this series. I said the fan of me wanted to pick the Heat, but like I realistically knew the Nuggets were gonna win.
Yeah, I got Nuggets in 4.
Oh, you got a sweep?
I got a sweep.
You got in 4 too?
I said 5.
Okay, I think I have it in 5 too.
Yeah,
that was my thing before the series started.
I think KB said Nuggets in 6 or 5 too, because Clips had reached out and wanted to know, and I just texted KB because he wasn't in the Discord yesterday. But we all got Nuggets, so
yeah, we all got Nuggets.
But I feel the same way as emails. Like
I felt bad doing it because in every previous series I picked against the Heat.
Yeah,
I'm like, when am I gonna learn my lesson?
Yeah, I mean, they shit was so Cinderella though. It was well deserved, but it's just like we never seen that shit before. Motherfucker was taking out the top seeds, and it's like he had the Boston Celtics down 0-3. We was in that shit like, man, the Celtics is finna mop. You can't play around with the Celtics.
In Game 7, FanDuel had the Celtics favored it by so much. It was like plus 300 for the Heat, and then like minus 300.
I felt the same way. I thought the Celtics was gonna bust.
It was crazy. I was like, this is such a crazy spread. But
I wonder how that first game goes if that's Boston. Is it a closer game? Do they get their ass bust?
Yeah.
Do they win? They because they have a little bit more size. They have Horford, Robert Williams. They have a little bit more depth with Brogdon and Darrick White. They have 2 wing players and Tatum.
The ankle sprain with Jason Tatum Game 7, literally like the first play.
Yeah, true. Tatum out there hobbling.
Yeah, when you look at the matchup wise, the Boston Celtics definitely would have been the more fun series and probably could have went the full length. You probably could have saw a 7-game series out of this with Boston, but with the Heat, it just don't seem like they have.
I think Boston is also designed to expose a little bit from the Nuggets' perspective. Who is Michael Porter Jr. guarding?
No one.
Who is he guard? Like we're going to get him. The Heat don't really have anybody. Like he was guarding Max Strus.
Yeah, he was guarding Max Strus and Caleb Martin.
That's perfect. Yeah, he started off on Caleb Martin, and then I looked and he was on Max Strus, and I'm like, oh, okay. So and both
all
of those
I gotta
guys
do is contest threes.
1 of 17. So he might be the defensive player of the year next year. Where he locking up them.
Challenger goal.
But yeah, last podcast we were having a conversation where we were expecting Kevin Ollie, the former UConn coach, who I think was spending time at Overtime Elite, to be taking the Pistons job. That had seemed to be the rumor around the NBA world. And we pop up and we get Monty Williams signing a 6-year deal. Is it 72 or 78 million?
72.
So I said it wrong on my YouTube.
You know they're gonna correct you.
Actually, no, I said it wrong on TikTok and nobody corrected me. So it's or maybe I said 72. It's $72 million, but with the incentives, it could go up to 8 years, $100 million, which is outlandish for a coach. And this contract puts him, he would be the 103rd highest paid player in the NBA. And I think the only person or player that makes more than him on the Pistons roster is Bojan Bogdanovic with this contract, because I think it's like 13 a year annually. Yeah. And it was rumored that at first they offered him around something in the ballpark of $10 million annually. He declined it, and it was thought around NBA circles that he was going to take a year off from coaching. But it seemed like Detroit came back and gave him an offer he couldn't refuse.
He's the highest paid coach.
This is the largest coaching deal in NBA history.
Right. And I don't know. For some reasons, I could see that, like, obviously Detroit, they wanted their guy. I feel like this is a turning point for Detroit's, like, culture standpoint. Yeah. Obviously, they're really young, and you bring in Monty Williams, who is a proven coach. But I feel like it was just more so, like, they believe in him. You know, it's just, I'll never forget when we were talking to Javon, and he was talking about Monty Williams, and he was like, man, it's just, I don't know what he's like. I don't know how he do it, but the way he was talking, like, we were ready to run through a wall for him afterwards. Yeah. And with the like, you know, the age group that they got, I feel like you really do need that guy. And like you were talking about vets earlier with Isaiah Thomas, like, part of that is you do need experienced coaches for these young teams too. You know, it's hard to always just throw like a young coach with a young team because most times they end up bad. But even when you're playing bad and the record is not what you want, you still need progress. You still want to learn and be a sponge in the game. And I think it starts off with that coaching too, with a young group.
Yeah, I'm happy to see him with this group because you saw like the turnaround that he had with Phoenix. They came, he introduced a winning culture, and like you said, they wanted to play for him. So it's gonna be fun to see this Detroit team who is young, fun. Cade Cunningham has a lot to learn. Jaden Ivey, they have a lot of young talent there, and I feel like this is gonna be a very fun year for them because he's definitely gonna come in and instill winning habits and winning culture. And he's not gonna let you take plays off on the defensive side of the ball. He's gonna hold everybody accountable. Guys going, like you said, Javon gonna want to play hard. So it's gonna be Detroit's gonna be a team that's like a must watch this year for sure.
I'm just kind of interested to see, like, I don't know. I think that's still just a crazy ass contract though to pay your coach.
That means they really believe in him.
Oh, damn near 100 M's. What?
Yeah, they really believe in him. So I don't blame him. If that's the guy
Who
you want.
Who was it talking to me? I think it was Logan talking to me. He talking about make sure you tell the guys that guaranteed Pistons playoff appearance next season.
But see, that I think he probably just a fan, so I'm not really going to
He is in Detroit. Because the next question is when y'all come do a show in Detroit.
But I like the contract because, number one, it gives him job security. That's number one. That lets him know we believe in you. We want you to build a culture. That Detroit needs a culture. It's been a minute since they've had, the bad boy grinded out type Motor City Pistons. When you look at his career of coaching, that's what Monty does. He inherited the Hornets on the last year that they had CP3. Then they traded him. They became the Pelicans. They had the number 1 pick. They drafted Anthony Davis. And he turned that team back into a playoff team, and then they fired him. And I forget, Alvin Gentry or somebody came in after. And then, but he got them through a rebuild to be a playoff team. And the same thing kind of with Phoenix. When he went to Phoenix was losing. They were a laughingstock. Booker had played for, 5 coaches in 5 years. And he turned them into this fun, hot, young team in a bubble. And then next year, they became a playoff team and went to the NBA Finals. And then he just got fired because they aren't reaching the NBA Finals.
They really went on that bubble run. Or not even bubble run, because I think it was a little bit before that too. But they really didn't look back after that run right there in the bubble.
They went like 6-0 or something in the bubble. Like they went undefeated.
They went undefeated. Yeah. And I am a believer that they would have made it if DeAndre Ayton didn't have that suspension. Because remember, to start that year, he missed like 20 games.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think when you look at that aspect of it, I actually like him getting that time because they can't run away from him. I'm tired of seeing coaches hire somebody for 4 years and after 2 years they fire him. It's like, no, here's a large commitment. Here's a lump sum of money. And when you give somebody that much money in that many years, you're empowering them. And they really need that culture. They need a voice in the locker room because they're extremely young. They need player development and they need culture. And I think he'll be able to give that. And I do base a lot of the information off how Javon speaks and spoke about Coach Monty. And it's obvious that everywhere you go, he leaves some type of impact. Mm-hmm. And that's what they need. And
luckily for them and for him, this isn't a team with championship aspirations no time soon. So firing him in the next 2 years would seem stupid. Yeah. And unrealistic, and you still have to pay him in that $100 million.
Yeah, because he get paid this
$72 million.
He's getting paid this, and he's also still getting paid from the Phoenix Suns. So he's bringing in the bank. But I love the position that the Detroit Pistons is in. I mean, they have Cade, Ivy, Duren. They still got Killian Hayes, James Wiseman.
James Wiseman looked like a rejuvenated.
They center. Got Bojan. They have the 5th overall pick currently.
It's a lot of. There's naturally going to be just a lot of turnover with coaches and changes, but like especially watching Eric Spoelstra, like I want to see more of those staple coaches that's kind of got like that college type base where it starts kind of with the coach. Obviously, they want to cater to Cade and everything like that, but coaching is so key, I think, for these younger teams.
No, yeah, another coach we could jump right into is his replacement in Frank Vogel. Yeah, Frank Vogel just got signed to Phoenix. I think that was a very interesting sign. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, I think it's solid. But I was telling people like, yeah, he's a defensive coach. I feel like their problems are more so like roster based, which are probably going to tackle in the offseason. But getting the new head coach of Frank Vogel, championship coach.
One thing Frank Vogel has always done wherever he was coaching, he got the best out of his bigs. Whether he was in Indiana with Roy Hibbert and David West, whether it was Anthony Davis in the bubble where Anthony Davis was dominating. Mm-hmm. So it's like maybe this is probably one of those signings where they felt like Frank Vogel has a history of getting the best out of their bigs. So Ayton, he wasn't really thriving on Monty. We're going to give you a guy who thrives at getting the best out of their center. So maybe this is a situation where now we see like the best version of Ayton.
But then,
because you don't need a specific coach to get the best out of D-Book and KD.
Yeah,
that's solidified.
Because I'm thinking about more so. I feel like if he can get him going defensively,
yeah.
Because I feel like remember AD was on a crazy defensive run with him, and then it's just like also Roy Hibbert. I feel like he brought that verticality shit into kind of play and stuff like that. So it's just like if you can get DeAndre Ayton to get into lock-in defensively, I think the offense comes natural.
Yeah.
At that point, especially when you have playmakers, I think you need the constant defensive pressure, that defensive deterrent that's going to, take away shots at the rim. If you can get that a whole season, that's where I think it starts.
He got the physical tools to do it. It's just the motor.
We seen him do that. That's why the offensive shit blows my mind, because we seen the nigga put up 15 in the first quarter before and do some extravagant shit. But
why y'all funny?
Why?
Because y'all basing a lot around Ayton. How do you know Ayton's gonna be here? I'm not convinced he is. They didn't fire Monty Williams to please DeAndre Ayton. I'm not convinced that DeAndre Ayton is the son.
To me, I thought that was the whole issue. Between him and Monty Williams.
Yeah, I thought they were trying to get over that dark cloud of him and Monty Williams, and I felt like the easy way out was to fire Monty instead of trading the guy.
What did Monty Williams have to do with DeAndre Ayton?
They clearly had a relationship where there was tension.
But that affect DeAndre Ayton to play so fucking bad?
He didn't want to play for him.
That's the biggest scapegoat. DeAndre Ayton has not performed at any level for us to say Monty Williams is holding him back.
I didn't say that was. I'm saying that's why I believed what they were doing is that they probably invested more into a different coach or they probably went the route where they kept DeAndre Ayton and they went a different coach instead of getting the trade for
I don't know, man.
Ayton.
I think they had expectations that wasn't hit, and they prematurely let a coach that they had help build them go. And secondly, they had a new owner, so it's not necessarily the guy he hired. And secondly, this team is going to go in a different direction. There's no way y'all think that the Phoenix Suns are trying to cater to Ayton after.
I don't think that's the full plan, but I think that's part of their offseason.
What can be done for DeAndre Ayton to play? But nope, they're not building an offense around him.
Oh hell no!
So what is Frank Vogel about to come and do?
But it's also just about getting the best version of him, like where he's impacting the game.
The best version of him. Also, they had them in the finals.
The best version of him would be what?
Being a solid rim protector, catching the ball, being aggressive. I think they still need that solid paint presence, and I think Frank Vogel could probably bring that out of him.
What was Monty Williams doing for him to not do that?
I just think more so is like their relationship. If there's a guy that you like and that you respect as a coach telling you to do something, you're going to be more willing to go through and run through a wall for him than it is for the coach who probably you don't really fuck with and you don't really like.
I mean, yeah, you seen a lot when he got benched that fourth quarter.
But he got benched for a reason, though.
No,
he didn't get benched because there's beef. He legitimately was being outplayed especially just from an energy and hustle aspect by Jock Landale.
But
I think Monty Williams did not want to do that. We have a $200 million man damn near on the bench. The higher ups we ain't paying him $200 million to be on the bench. I don't want to do that. If it was up to Monty, I think he would have played DeAndre Ayton the minutes. That's what I'm saying. There's no way that we sit here and pretend that DeAndre Ayton's lack of performances is anything to do with coaching. DeAndre Ayton is a guy who wants shit to be a certain way that Phoenix is not going to play. There's never going to be a world.
You're right.
I'm not saying Monty's a bad. I'm not saying his coaching style.
It's an effort thing, which starts with him. But and that's what I'm saying. I'm just going off what I think they think. In this scenario, if you can pull. Don't act like we ain't never seen like a player that's like he don't really fuck with the coach. He's not on even terms. It's just like you're not gonna play your foot.
We've seen that, but I would expect that to be if it was Devin Booker or Kevin Durant. That's what I'm saying. I don't think DeAndre Ayton because Phoenix has shown us
it has to be some
in
type
certain
of
ways
it has to
outside of
be-
Monty
Yeah.
that they don't prioritize DeAndre Ayton. The lack of giving him the deal until the Pacers did told us a lot. That ain't Monty Williams. That's the entire organization, ownership, the GM saying, hey, we ain't giving this motherfucker the money until somebody else do. As much as Monty Williams could say as a coach, a GM and the owner are the ones that sign off on everything. So there was a collective feeling of saying, we don't really value him like that as an entire organization. It's not just Monty. There's plenty of coaches who don't fuck with a player and a player that don't fuck with him, but the organization's like, shit, well, we do. So we bringing them back, we paying them, and this is how shit gonna be. And I don't feel like the correlation to the firing had anything to do with that besides the fact that they didn't reach the expectations that they wanted. They had got 2 years in a row embarrassed on their home floor with championship aspirations. I look at the firing and inclusion with that more so than the DeAndre Ayton relationship. The Dallas Mavericks series, for them to lose the way that they did in that Game 7 was embarrassing. And to lose to the Nuggets the way that they did in that Game 6 at home was embarrassing.
It was.
Those were like 2 games that were over at the
tip.
Embarrassing
part is where it kind of hurts. Because I mean, the first year when they lost to Dallas Mavericks, that was like Luka just fucking took over in that game. They couldn't miss. You know, that shit was unfortunate. But it's again the embarrassing part. They lost to the Nuggets. Nuggets are a better team. You know, the Suns put together that roster. Obviously, you add Kevin Durant. Kind of like part of the reasons why, like one of the like solutions, I guess, from how you lost last year. We're gonna add a guy like Kevin Durant to our roster, but we still have to have a whole roster instead of just having top 3 guys or whatever. Yeah. So I feel like they're still having a solution. We talked about their window still being wide open. So to me, that's just like, and I don't think they didn't value DeAndre Ayton, but I still think they didn't know. You know, they didn't know if he was either a max player, which he's kind of demanding to be, or if he was probably like a $20 million or something like that. But I feel like they let the market determine that. Value. They let the market determine that because I don't think they wanted to let him walk. And it's just like, if they really felt like they were kind of splitting ways or it was getting to that point, I feel like it would have kind of happened in that Indiana Pacers thing where they kind of would have let him walk or something like that, or got something back.
I think that's bad business. I don't think you can not value somebody, but you're not going to let them walk away for free.
I don't walk, but they would have been more open to trade him or get something back.
But that to me is the business part of it because it's like, what did the Pacers have that we want? And they were anticipating the Kevin Durant trade that they were trying to do way earlier to where DeAndre Ayton would have been the center of it. So you maybe could keep a Mikal Bridges, but the way that it ended up going was that they had to do it the other way. And yeah, they had to get rid of Mikal and keep Ayton. But I look at it that way, where like when somebody values you, especially in just the NBA terms, there's really like they'll give you what you need. The hesitancy, the trade talk. That's the whole thing with Jaylen Brown and the Celtics. Yeah, he's just kind of feeling like, man, you know, what was the quote that he said? Jaylen Brown said something.
Yeah, he said like, I want to be where I feel wanted or something.
Where I feel wanted. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, he's on the Celtics, and obviously the Celtics want him. But at the same time, it's like when I'm in every trade rumor, when the contract extensions, you know, that's being valued. It's like a motherfucker in that business in basketball, they'll keep you for sure. But it's like, do they value you?
Yeah, like, are you the guy that they feel like is untouchable?
Right.
And when you feel like you're a guy that feels like you're untouchable and you're in those rumors, you feel like you slide it for
that's
sure.
That's why I feel like they don't know, because
every time somebody comes available, I'm the first thing that's involved in it. I can't be valued if that's the thing. Because Jason Tatum name ain't in it. Devin Booker name ain't in it. You value them. So that's where, you know.
The moment KD was available, Jaylen Brown was linked to it.
Devin Booker, did you hesitate to give him the money? No. Mikal Bridges, did you hesitate to give him his money when he was time?
No.
Because you valued him. There was no discussion. You gave him that money without
Same with Chris
blinking.
Paul.
Chris Paul, you gave him that money even at that age. And when it came to me, your number 1 overall pick, your young center who's supposed to be a part of this core more than Chris Paul, it was a hesitancy. So you can't value me that much when I look around and everybody else seems to be valued.
Everybody getting paid.
That's because I truly believe they honestly don't know what the fuck to pay him, because we talk about this shit all day and night. It's just like one day he looks like he could be a top 6'5" center in the league, and other times it's like, holy shit, put Jock Landale in. So it's just like, and that really just goes to effort, So it's hard to determine, or it's just hard to predict what a player does when it's on effort instead of like he lacks a 3-point shooting or nothing like that. Like he has tools, he just don't put it always on display.
Yeah, like I think if they had like a Nicholas Claxton type center, that team would look completely different.
And I think me knowing the coach that Frank Vogel is from Indiana, Orlando, Los Angeles, he's a defensive-minded coach. That's his appeal when people want to hire him. He loves the defensive bigs. Aiden will show flashes of improvement here and there, but then he also has a shit where it's just like, and a lot of his shit is just effort. Part of defense, majority, is just effort because all of these dudes are athletic, fast, strong, long, tall. You know what I mean? So
and
effort.
That might be maturity too, because it's just like, I think it was Jeff Van Gundy who said it, but it's just like if you want to be one of those top guys, you're just like really good in this league. It's like you don't determine what wins you the game. Like it's too many players out here, just players in general, that like let the offensive side bother their defensive side when they're not getting touches or nothing like that. Like sometimes you just have to hoop. Sometimes you can't worry about you haven't took a shot in a couple minutes because they're doing their thing. But it all starts on the defensive side, and it's literally just effort.
And that's what makes me not know if DeAndre Ayton is going to be back on the team if the right thing. Like, yeah, they're not going to just let him go, but it's just like you fire one coach, and instantly when they lost in the playoffs, the conversation was around Ayton and Chris Paul. DeAndre Ayton, the players in the locker room feel the same way Monty feel because they kind of see him kind of give up. There was no effort. There's a lot of the shit that we were seeing, it was in front of our eyes. The people at home, they were seeing the same
I can
shit
only
too.
imagine, but I played, and it's just like, I'm not even trying to like poke fun at D Mills or nothing because I played with other big dudes on the court, but it's just like when I play with a big dude that's bigger than everybody else and you see the size advantage, it kind of does piss you off when they're just they're not doing what they should be doing because it's like they want to take the fadeaway jumpers. They don't want to get the rebounds, but it's like, you can make this shit. I wish I was your height. I wish I had that.
I think they all are aware how good they can be if he is
playing at his level.
So it begins
it's
to have
accountability at the end of the day.
Yeah. But that was all of the conversation when they first got exited. And it's like if that's how the coach was feeling, but then now it's seeping into the locker room and the front office already didn't look at you how you would have wanted, and now they bring in a defensive-minded coach who's going to really be expecting effort and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like, and I think a lot of shit for him is the fact that he's not featured heavy in the offense. But it's like when you have Kevin Durant and before you had Kevin Durant, you really wasn't featured. But now you have Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. You're not really going to be featured as much because they're going to take a bunch of mid-range jump shots, try to get in transition, and you'll be able to get fed here and there. But that's why I do like him in Indiana. I just don't know what Indiana has to offer the Suns unless it's a 3-team trade because Indiana probably would feature him more. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it's like it's
big body could set screens
and a bunch of other people.
Yeah. It's nobody. And they just paid Miles Turner, so I don't really even see them getting involved in that deal.
I forget about unless you're going to swap them.
At this point, Suns they might have to buy.
Miles Turner will be more the defensive-minded center than Frank Vogel.
For KD. And
Frank Vogel might actually want Miles Turner versus a DeAndre Ayton.
Did Frank Vogel coach long enough in Indiana to have
coached Miles Turner? I don't remember.
I feel like he probably, because I know there was that Roy Hibbert year he went crazy, and then it had like maybe a year or two after that, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. I mean, if they do have that relationship, then maybe. But realistically, they need a rim-running, defensive-minded center. And, Ayton hasn't shown that. But I feel like if you want to get to that next level as a team, as a unit, guys got to buy into their role.
Yeah, because, like, you're trading away. I don't know, bro. Him having the tools is crazy because, it's like, you're trading away a player that you could be using in that spot for just a player that probably is going to give you more consistency. But he's got the higher ceiling still. He's still really young.
Ayton has a level to get to. I just don't think it's with the Suns. Yeah. Whether Monty is a coach or not, I just don't think it's with the Suns. Me personally. I'm trying to see right here. This team had he coached Miles Turner.
Oh. What year was that?
This is his rookie year.
Okay.
2015, 2016, and then the very next year, Nate McMillan came in, which was Miles Turner's second year. So
I like Frank Vogel with the Pacers, bro. That's when Paul George is teeing up.
Yeah. That's George Hill, Lance, Paul George, David West, and Roy Hibbert.
Lance Stevenson was so fun with that team, bro. He was such a
They just dropped his
fire.
card on 2K.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
Dark
he came
Matter.
back. Then he came back last year and played with them for a little bit, and he was still fun. And what was that the year before? I don't know.
What if he would have just actually never mind? Because
What?
if he just stayed in with the Pacers,
He had to go chase.
he had to get the bag though, which I
Yeah.
respect. He got his bag.
Even like his last little stint, like 2 years ago when they was giving everybody 10 days, and they ended up signing him to the rest of the season. Lance Stevenson was fun and he looked good. He just didn't get another contract.
with the Lakers.
Yeah.
He was,
Bro, no, he was a fucking menace. I still remember when he made Jeff Green fall by kind of stepping on his
Yeah.
shoe.
Oh yeah.
one of the greatest New York.
Okay.
One of the greatest New York City high school basketball players ever, man. Lance Stevenson. That was a dude that was supposed to be a top 5 pick and take the league by storm, but he still is. Good basketball is good basketball. I love those type of dudes. But like, we love Mike Beasley. We love Lance Stevenson. We love Brandon Jennings. You know, like I was telling IT, you don't have to be a Hall of Famer to have that love in the basketball community.
I'll never forget. I went to that Bulls game. This is like when they were in the playoffs going against the Bucks. They had like D Rose and Jimmy
Carter
Butler.
Williams. Yeah.
Yes, bro. I was a big fan of OJ Mayo.
OJ
Every time he
Mayo.
stepped on the court, OJ sucks. I had to look around like y'all niggas don't know.
Was Brandon Jennings? No, Brandon Jennings wasn't.
It was Mike Carter Williams there. It's Chris Middleton. I think Giannis was there. I'm trying to think who their big man was. It might have been like fucking John Henson or some shit.
Yep.
I remember the Brandon Jennings, Monte Ellis Bucks days. They was a nice little fun
Bucks and
backcourt. Yeah.
Bucks and 6.
I remember when they had Brandon Knight.
Yes.
Oh
He
yeah.
missed that layup.
Yeah, against
He
the
used to
Brooklyn
get down
Nets.
The
though.
Bucks used to have some little guards in there.
Bucks are always a pretty good, fun.
They just got a lot of Larry Sanders. I thought he was going to be real nice.
Larry Sanders was a monster on 2K, and he was a monster in real life.
He was.
Yeah, and he had Jabari Parker.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Jabari, man. We might have to get Jabari on the podcast just because Chicago shit. Just because of
I
Chicago.
don't know what he doing nowadays.
Yeah, for sure.
Does he?
He's a community guy though. I seen him doing something with some kids recently.
I think he's overseas.
I don't know.
Let's see.
Unless Dwight recruited him.
Fuck it. Let's get
We might have to do a
all
little.
American team and let's take it overseas.
We might have to do a little year over there ourselves.
Fuck it. Come on. How much they paying? It gotta be more than what I'm doing here. Because if it's not, I'm gonna just stay here. My body ain't gotta go through pain. And
I'm gonna talk to Mike Smith.
pain
He don't
and
play
stuff.
in China, but he know a little bit of that
I'm
overseas
picky too.
too.
I lose a lot of weight over there. I lose a lot of weight over there. We also had Nick Nurse just had his introduction to the Philadelphia 76ers. Do y'all like that match?
I would have liked the Bucks more
Okay.
if he went to the Bucks, but I don't. Like I said, I like Nick Nurse, so I'm rooting for him. I think he's a very smart coach. I just like his attitude already. How they was talking about how like basically the past fails and everything. Like, what did you think about when they're taking the job? He's like, I don't dwell on the past. Like, I'm more so concerned about right now and the present. So I feel like that's more so what they need than like, man, we need to get Joel Embiid to a conference finals and stuff like that. I think it's just more sort of about building now.
And it's like, I'm not a fan of it really because like the uncertainty of the Philadelphia 76ers. I would have rather him go to like a more solidified location like the Bucks. And they have like those long rangy defenders that he was so used to having in Toronto. But I'm not mad. I think the 76ers do need like that win now coach, but it's just like your roster in a way kind of isn't built to win now, especially when you don't know if you're going to have James Harden. If James Harden leaves, you look at this team completely different. It's like now it's just all on Joel Embiid's back, and we know that throughout history he's shown that he's not going to play all the games. He's not going to play. He's going to play like maybe 60 games, and then in the playoffs he may miss some. So it's like
65 now because he got a.
Oh yeah, he did play 65.
No,
so.
but he got the award.
Oh, to get the award. So it's like it's gonna be tough, especially when you don't know what your roster is gonna look like. That roster needs some work, and it's not a lot of cap space, especially when you got $40 million to get it to Tobias. It's a lot.
Because I'm trying to think, like, who do you try to go like at Freddie or something? Like, because you want to replace that guard unless you just have Tyrese run it and you go get a wing.
I was gonna ask y'all that, like, what's the percentage? And I'm right now on my phone looking at just DeAndre Ayton shit. Like, I'm seeing him being linked to the Mavericks. Kyrie Irving to the Suns makes a whole lot of more sense than him going to the Lakers. For DeAndre Ayton, it makes too much sense to pair him with Luka Doncic. This is Rick Bucher talking about the situation. So Frank Vogel is one of the best defensive tacticians in the NBA, consistently has teams elite on the end of the floor. Vogel also puts a heavy emphasis on rim protecting bigs, Hibbert and Anthony Davis. The big question now pivots to whether DeAndre Ayton is a fit. So that's why my mind is like,
it's just always a question with him. It's just he's literally a question, because he could be a max player or he could be not a max player, basically.
The issue with that is that if my center isn't protecting the rim at least remotely, and you're not doing anything, if you're not giving me like
Suns
some
Nation,
crazy offense.
Not to cut you off, Suns Nation. The Suns hiring of Frank Vogel has sparked massive questions on DeAndre Ayton's future in Phoenix. Like, I'm telling you, this hiring made me, like, that's the first thing that came to my mind. It's like, oh, they're not, he's going to be traded. But what do you say if you're not being a superstar offensively?
Yeah, you gotta just rim run, defend, rebound, do all the little shit, and then you're gonna get your easy
that's
points.
Why I be like, they say like the Mavericks is a perfect fit, which I could see because Luka gonna always probably hit him. But even then, it's just like he's still gonna first to have to defend. He's still gonna have to rim run. He's gonna have to do all the little shit he's gonna have to do in Phoenix anyways for any damn team, unless it's literally like a Pacer team that's like, we want to really see what DeAndre Ayton's about, and it's like he's gonna have to do this shit anywhere he goes, regardless, to be like a consistent factor.
But there are other teams that may could feature him more, to where, like you said, you know what I mean, it gets more out of him. Or like Darrick said, it makes him a better offensive player, and you know you can deal with less certain. Like if he went to the Mavericks, it would be him and Luka. That's a 1-2 punch, and they would feature him. That pick and roll would be extremely heavy.
Shit had the White Power looking good,
but then he's exactly. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I know he's going to make $32.4 million. He's going to be the 7th highest paid center in the league next season.
I was the thing. I missed JaVale McGee on the Suns too.
That's the type of center
they do, and I feel like Jack Lando kind of got that spot, but I was like, I wish he could play their backup center. He was real nice for them because he just had that like. I love it when the bigs have just like it's constant. DeAndre Ayton checks off the bench. It ain't no slouch coming. It's JaVale McGee coming in to eat up the glass.
Yeah,
like I like when it's that constant pressure on the glass.
That's kind of something that the Nuggets. Like you notice that teams that have like an elite starting center, their backup center is usually not that good. Yeah, or they don't have one. Like the Nuggets is Jeff Green.
Yeah, I mean it just depends who you got. Because honestly, Jokic is probably gonna play damn near 40 minutes a night.
Yeah,
so it's like JaVale McGee. He could factor in points and rebounds and blocks in like 10 minutes.
The Sixers actually did have Drummond for a little bit, and when he was
I like that.
Yeah, when he was playing for them as their backup center, he was very good.
Yeah,
but
he's really good as a backup with the really good team. I mean, the Bulls, whatever. 3 trade destinations for DeAndre Ayton. First one, Chicago Bulls. Says the Chicago Bulls may not be the most likely option, but they are an option at that. The Bulls are in a very similar situation with their center, as it appears that they just aren't working well together anymore. Nikola Vucevic and Ayton are both more offensive players, and it wouldn't be that drastic of a change, but it's possible the two just need a fresh start with a new franchise. The main thing keeping this trade from being all that likely is the Suns reluctant to spend big on a center if they move Ayton. Facts. If they're going to move Ayton, they might as well downgrade to just like somebody who makes half of what he makes. The New York Knicks, hell no. This would be a trade that could be win-win in terms.
You don't think Tibbs getting out? You don't think Tibbs getting out of him?
Hell no. But yeah, see, they want the Mitchell Robinson center for sure. And then it says Mavericks. Mavericks fit as suitors for both players in this article, and Ayton could potentially be used to bring in Paul's replacement. Dallas is a team that could be linked to Ayton. That has been linked to Ayton. Kyrie Irving, they're saying that's swapped. So
I think the Mavs would be just interesting because the Mavs need a center, and it's just like that would be a significant upgrade. The Bulls, I think it would be cool too, just because the Bulls need some new shit. I feel like it's just like there's a lot of like people want to see change with the roster. Kind of sad about the shit that happened with Lonzo. He's not gonna be playing another year, so they need something. Man. You obviously have your pick. Bring in another like little young bright spot.
They don't have their pick.
Bring in a bright
Traded
spot.
To Brooklyn.
Yeah, they got lost in the shuffle.
Who?
We talking about the Suns? Yeah, they trade their pick.
No, he's talking about the Bulls lost
Oh,
their
the
pick
Bulls,
because
yeah,
of protections and shit.
Maverick.
Yeah,
I mean the Magic. 6-11.
Yeah.
I was really hoping the Bulls got that pick.
I wouldn't mind it for the Bulls either, but it makes sense the most for the Magic or Mavericks.
How did you feel about seeing that, man? The Lonzo shit. I don't think we ever really talked about it. It's not confirmed, but we're hearing everybody's saying that the Bulls feel that he's never gonna play again.
That shit is heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking because
How old is Lonzo Ball?
The last kind of like, I feel like the last time we were seeing Zoe, the Bulls were at the top of the conference.
Yeah, and he was playing so good. Like
he literally was breaking out, and it's just like now he's going with the knee surgery. I think it was about to be like his third knee surgery in a row.
I done lost count. Man.
I know he's
only 25.
The first one, and I'm not even talking about priors to like when he was with the Bulls and them ankle injuries. I know he had his knee surgery in like middle of the season, whatever. That's when they kind of stopped playing or whatever. I remember he was coming back, and then he was talking about like he was still hurting or some shit. Like he was having problems. So he had another knee surgery, and I'm pretty sure it's either he's going to or he already had another third surgery.
Yep.
So it's just like, I don't know. I don't know if he's coming back.
I remember being on here, and I remember a guy sitting right here, and they put out a video of Lonzo Ball, and I remember telling that young man that sits right here, you know, they doing that to get y'all a little hype, but Lonzo ain't looked good in that video. He looked hobbly. This is when he was running on the treadmill.
On the treadmill, yeah.
I was telling KB, he didn't look good in that video. I don't know why they put that out. He did not look good. He didn't. And here we are. He got to get his third surgery, and there's doubts that he'll ever play basketball again. Not playing for the Bulls is one thing, but not playing basketball again is tough. And now the conversations is people trying to link it to him wearing the BBBs early in his career with all the ankle injuries and all of that shit. It's very tough, man.
Yeah, it sucks because like he was like the perfect fit for the Bulls too, and it seemed like he loved it, the Bulls loved it, and like both parties came at it and was like, this is a dub. He started his breakout with the Pelicans, and then he really started to like that first half of the season with the Bulls. They looked amazing, looked sexy, and then now it's just like
I remember
all that potential is just gone.
In the modern NBA, and I don't want to take this too far because you know you have this. He's like your dream star point guard, where he's 6'6", can switch and guard anybody on the perimeter. He's an incredible playmaker, but also is shooting 42% from three and is elite in catch and shoot.
And I
finishing is to
he ain't played in so long, but people probably don't remember how good of his defense
was all NBA work.
There was you remember that clip that was going around where it was just one possession, but he had like 5 assignments he took care of immediately.
I had a video that went viral. This is when he played for the Lakers against the Magic, where he guarded everything. That same type of way. He guarded the initial point of attack. They got beat. He came over and helped. They threw it out. He closed out, like sold up everything in the entire possession.
Yes. And it's just like he's one of those dudes that generates so many steals, or he just pushes the pace naturally, whether it's a steal, rebound, or taking the ball out. He just pushes the pace, and he could literally fit on probably about like damn near 30 teams right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Except unless you got like a star point guard or something like Steph Curry.
But he fits next to star point guards.
He's
big enough to where he can play the two.
He can play the two.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like same shit Marcus Smart doing at a different capacity. Lonzo could do the same shit.
Taller and shoots the 3 ball a little bit more accurately. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And that's why he always thrive on like fantasy 2K shit. My team. He's always one of the best cards.
Like 2K Unreal Lonzo on the court because he be having the best my team cards.
He always has the best because it's like in a fantasy world where everybody's like healthy and at their best version of themselves. Who wouldn't want Lonzo Ball?
Yeah.
6'6" point guard that literally can do everything.
You remember
video game terms now, y'all.
You remember when we were at this is like during All-Star, and I think some shit happened with it, but maybe it's like DeMar DeRozan making the All-Star team or some shit like that. But KB's like, they just doing all this to hype us up. Because they finna shut down Zoe. Yeah. Like during some course in the midst of this All-Star game, they finna shut down Zoe. That shit came like in the middle of the All-Star game or something like that. Like they really try to slide it underneath the rug.
Damn, I didn't even plan on speaking on that, but that was just tough. The other thing we had in the basketball world is it's been funny to see, but I seen somebody say it on Twitter like, damn, Adam Silver got a fucking album rollout for this Ja Morant suspension. Like where they're building hype and anticipation the same way like if they would do if Jay-Z was about to drop an album and it's like, oh shit, what are y'all expecting? Because
a lengthy suspension.
They're saying that they don't want to drop it now because they don't want it to be unfair to the two teams in the NBA Finals. That made me think it's going to be monstrous because if it was just 16 games, I don't think it would overshadow the fucking NBA Finals. But if you're going to suspend them for the entire year or for 60 games, that would be an extreme talking point in the basketball world that will go on for weeks, and that could take, attention away from the finals. So, yeah, what are y'all anticipating? Half season, full season, 60 games?
I'm expecting like upwards to like 40 plus games.
A year ban.
I'm expecting and I'm hoping for probably like a year, a half year suspension.
Yeah, so like 40 plus games. I could see that being more realistic. I do appreciate them holding off on it and not allowing like the Denver Nuggets and the Miami Heat not to get their shine because, the media, they're going to definitely take that story, put it in the front headlines. The Miami Heat and the Denver Nuggets will be put in the background because the thing with the media is stories like this, they're going to beat on it for a week. Like they're going to just talk about
weeks.
it. Yeah, it's going to keep going on. They're going to talk about it on every show. And Jokic could be having a 40-point triple-double, but we got to talk about Ja Morant.
This opens up so many doors. I was just seeing clips of like, I can't even confirm if it's true, but there was something where it was saying Stephen A. Smith said that people in NBA circles don't know if Ja Morant will be alive in 5 years.
I did see that.
No,
and I was just like, and I was like, bro, I was like, that shit is terrible, bro.
I'm finna look it up and make sure it's real.
Well, when you there he is.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah, it says right here, Stephen A. Smith reveals terrifying concern he's heard from NBA community about Ja Morant.
I think that's just going too far with
People within the NBA community are not
That's
just
going too far. Way too far.
Yeah, see, the Rich Eisen show is tweeted this out.
Yeah, I don't think it's that deep, but also I'm not in the NBA circle.
No. I wasn't saying it to say that it's that deep, but I was saying that this is the type of shit the media takes
out
of
it.
When you get that, it ain't just like they're going to do what we do, which is like, damn, Ja Morant got suspended for 60 games.
Yep.
Yada, yada, yada. Like, no, they're going to say that. Then it's going to go to the dangers. Kendrick Perkins has said something too. He should think about getting far away from Memphis and start his career somewhere else. And then it opens up the door to that. Then it's like, does Memphis want him? Because I was thinking about that too. Like, shit, we paying him this much. He going through something. Like, we might want something where we can get a return on our investment. Like, I'm just a thought. And then that opens up the doors to trade scenarios and shit. Now you have a
when
whole
you said,
world.
Because I damn near forgot about that suspension with DeAndre Ayton. I think that was just for like PEDs too or some shit. And that was 20 games.
20 games.
So to think that obviously he already had this shit go down one time. It's the second time.
It's not going to be a slap on the wrist.
That's why I think it's going to be the full year. And I'm hoping that it's the full year. Let's nip this in the bug. So
if it was a full year on some real shit, I feel like that is a W in itself for Ja Morant because it could have been a lot worse. It could be a lot worse, but to only sit back a year, I don't think that's insane.
That fucks up the whole team, though.
It does, but that's the price he got to pay because it's the second time. It could have fucked up the whole team with the first time, but they gave him a little, slap.
That's why we need vets in the locker room.
For sure. For sure. It's why we need vets, and it's why accountability is important.
If Melo was in that locker room, that shit wouldn't have happened twice.
You don't know that shit.
I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know if
Melo a good vet, but Melo a vet that's trying to play. Maybe
Melo would have been like, Melo would have been just as surprised. Like, damn, Ja, we need you versus Golden State.
Yeah, but I am anticipating something very, very heavy, man. Very, very heavy. It's just a crazy situation. What if they lose them for a year and they're still the top 3 seed out west?
That'd be crazy.
Tyus don't deserve a max.
Tyus is like that. He can hold the ship steady. I'm just saying. Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson. They rely on Desmond Bane when Ja Morant ain't there.
Yeah.
Just saying. Shit like that happens.
It's gonna be very interesting.
The Bulls had years where they were staying afloat without D Rose.
Yeah.
We know they weren't a championship team, but it's like
Nate Robinson. Yeah, Nate Robinson, DJ Augustine.
Bulls always had a backup PG that could go a microwave backup PG.
Jonathan Lucas. CJ Watson.
CJ Watson. Yep.
Captain Kurt.
Kurt Heimer was in and out. When Kurt Heimer would always leave, but end up right back with the Bulls.
He like what the girls say. You know we're home, man. You know what I'm saying?
He one of the safest Bulls jerseys to back because he's gonna be back.
Facts.
He might have changed the number, but
that's all I got for basketball shit, man.
That's cool. That's cool because I told y'all about this quiz I wanted to do for y'all.
Okay.
And the reason I had this quiz is literally because I was just listening to the radio and they had like some dude on. He was answering the quiz, and so I just thought it was funny. Anyways, so I'm gonna need one of y'all to have y'all phone and just put a timer out. We gonna time who gets through the first 10 questions fastest.
Okay, I got it. Let me see. Where's the timer?
Wants to start off though too.
I'll start. Let me know when it started.
Hand the phone to Pierre so he could do it for you. He gonna be the official. So as soon as I say the first question, you could just hit start.
I want Darrick to be able to see it. I ain't cheating him.
Okay. D Mills, what is the capital of California?
Sacramento.
What is 25?
Wait, do I stop it there?
No. Keep going. Keep going. What is 25 times 25?
144.
That's and you could skip it and come back to it, or you could just rework it. But your time, so
okay, go.
What do you want to skip it?
Yeah, skip it.
What doctor specializes in children? What doctor specializes in children?
It starts with a P.
Okay, but that's not what you got to say. What it is though. You got one question right so far.
I forgot.
You want to skip it?
Yeah.
Name 2 MVPs that don't have a ring.
Jokic and Charles Barkley. No. 2 MVPs that don't have a ring. Derrick Rose.
Good. Spell the word competition.
I think you were still right with Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley won an MVP.
Oh yeah, I know. Y'all looked at me crazy.
I didn't look at you.
I just spell the word competition.
COMPETITION.
Good shit. What is the second question that I asked you?
What is 25 times 25?
Good stuff. What popular condiment would you use in a base for tartar sauce?
Mayo.
Good shit. I put that a question on just for him. Can you tell me what Kendrick's TPAB stands for?
To pimp a butterfly.
What is an integer?
An integer is oh.
Got him stuck.
I haven't heard that word since high school. An integer.
It's really, I'm telling you, you think it way too hard.
Oh, I don't know.
You want to skip it? You got one more question. Name 4 All-Stars that played in the play-in this year.
4 All-Star. DeMar DeRozan, Trae Young, LeBron, and damn. Who else was in the play-in? Oh, the Pelicans didn't have an All-Star.
You are crazy. The guy I'm thinking of, I thought he was gonna say first.
I know you're talking about.
No, Bam. Bam was the All-Star this year.
All right, that works. You still got what is 25 times 25? If you want to just say fuck it, like I can't get it. That
yeah, I can't get that. I don't know
that
that
shit gonna add like fast.
I stopped. It's 234.
All right. Yeah.
Not the equation. The time.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll just keep that time. D-Mills, he had the question, what is 25 times 25? The answer is 625.
Oh.
What doctor specializes in children? It's a pediatrician.
Oh, I knew it started with a P. I just couldn't
And an
remember.
integer is a whole number, D-Mills.
Oh,
it's just a whole number.
Don't feel bad. I'm gonna probably get some of these shits wrong. It's hard when it's on the fly.
It is.
So I guess that he has a different set of questions.
He does.
Yeah, okay.
He does. So whenever
Mine was 234.
can't you like lap it or some shit?
Oh yeah, lap it.
I think it's lap, and it'll save that number, right?
Let me see.
Oh yeah, it did.
You
I think
saved
he
it?
already did it. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Wait,
I screenshotted it. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. I hit reset and it erased.
All right. So this is for Pierre.
Don't start until you ask.
Yep.
Okay.
Shit, this is pressure, man.
What?
I'm sharp on basketball shit, not
It's some basketball now.
integers.
What is the capital of Illinois?
Springfield.
Who lost in the finals for March Madness?
Next.
Name one Northwest Division NBA team in the Northwest.
The Pelicans. I mean, the Pelicans. Or no, the Denver Nuggets.
The Denver Nuggets are in there. What is the square root of 169?
Next.
Spell the word handkerchief.
So he got competition. I got Hankerief. I don't fucking know. Next.
What was the first question that I asked you?
The capital of Springfield. Illinois.
Name 2 songs off the Carter 3.
3-Pete and a Millie.
Name 2 players who don't have a ring but were an all-star.
This year or ever?
Ever.
Derrick Rose and fucking Charles Barkley.
Who was the first woman to cross the Atlantic Ocean solo?
Sacagawea.
No. What?
That sounded convincing. I thought it was.
Pickles start out as
Do
what?
You know the answer?
No.
Okay.
I thought y'all low key honestly would. Pickles start out as
You
what
know the
vegetable?
Okay, I'll just make sure.
You don't know?
Cucumber, though, Mike. Cucumber. I don't want them to waste my time, but cucumber.
Yeah.
I'm a
yeah. Okay, yeah.
Is there any more questions?
That was it. That was the last question. Who was the first?
I can't go back. I
No.
got some shit to go back on. Hold up.
Yeah, we can go back.
Okay,
we can go back.
Start.
Who lost in the finals for March Madness?
It was UConn versus fucking UCLA.
No.
Wait, why are you giving him a man?
San Diego State.
What was the other question?
What was the square root of
I
169?
wasn't gonna get it though. What was it?
The square root of 169.
I forgot how to fucking get a square root. I got it written down in my head.
So the square root of 144 is 12.
169. Is it 13?
It is.
Boom. And who crossed? Who was the first?
First woman to cross the Atlantic Ocean solo. Amelia Earhart.
No, you wasn't.
I feel like people know Amelia Earhart's name.
I was thinking of her, but I couldn't think of the name. But I would have said the shorty that fly that be on the pictures with the helmet.
Oh, with the fucking okay.
Yeah.
I would have said that out loud, but I couldn't think. I was like,
I never
Once you asked me, you want to answer that question? Of course I'm sorry.
I don't think I ever. Okay, I've heard that name before, but yeah, I know the picture of her more than the name.
Hey, D-Mills, that integer shit is funny because that probably would have got me too, bro.
Yeah, it sounded. I thought it had something to do with English. And
It's a number, right?
It's just a whole
It's
number.
an equation, but it's a whole.
it's just
So
yeah.
it's not
just,
like 7.2 is not an integer. It's like
Right.
7 is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I did have that.
We might have to do pop quiz more. Just keep us on our toes, bro. People be asking me when I be streaming. People be talking to me like,
Hold up, what you doing?
Oh,
"What was the time, man?
It's your turn.
You got one for me?"
Off the top of my head, I could draw one for you.
your time was 2:24.
How many questions total?
It was 10.
10 questions.
Questions. Let me come up with 10 questions really, really quick for him. I just want to write them down so I know.
Okay.
Besides that, I want you to make the announcement that so you can let Anwar into the loop.
We have found KB's bachelor party location. It will be in Miami.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, this is what I was gonna be excited about.
That boy, I'm getting hyped.
we go to movie trap. No, let me stop. Wait,
You don't gotta say the
I don't know. We
location.
don't gotta say it on that because.
They're not gonna know when we go on. You can
But
say-
is KB in the loop or is he not supposed
Yeah.
to be? Oh, okay.
No, I've already gave him. I didn't tell him the location. But,
Oh, okay.
it's the place you want to go.
It's the place I want to go.
That
What
Drake
does it
go
start
to.
with? Oh shit!
Wait.
Before you, man, you can't even book me.
Yeah. Wait.
And it's snowing in.
It's snowing in
Oh shit!
No, I don't have it.
Tussie.
Oh, hold on. Wow. I'm fulfilling my dreams right now as a Drizzy fan.
It's that nigga bachelor
yeah.
party, not your birthday party.
So yeah, us four, we just gonna split the reservation
All right, cool.
for the table. KB ain't got to put in on that.
All right, cool.
Yeah, so how I thought of it is
How much is the shit? Like
1,200.
Put in for that, and then if we all give KB some singles, then he ain't got to come out of pocket for nothing.
So then he good.
Right, so that he good.
Yeah, I was trying to get us a room, but then realistically, the room just didn't make sense.
All right,
we wanted to be on the flow.
Yeah, that was the main part of this. I wanted to, if I want to put in these questions together, I want to give D Mills his flowers. D Mills, because the last podcast I said, man, I need somebody on the end, or these two guys on the end,
right?
To help. And D Mills went above me beyond.
Wow.
He was calling the places, checking.
So you was on it. So you was excited, huh?
He wanted to do the private room shit, but it was gonna be like 3 bands, and then the dude said we got to go get the girls ourselves, and they got their own price. And I'm like,
well, we trying to sightsee anyway, so you know,
leave with a tab of $9,000. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's gonna be 4-5 dudes. You're gonna need 3 or 4 girls.
All right.
And they all got the $2,500 tab
or
their own fee plus the 3 for the room.
Right.
It's been just too much. But put us on that flow.
Sam could come with us. No play.
We do have one extra spot, so we do need to.
JD, I don't know. But that's why.
Dang.
Like, are you a watcher or are you gonna throw money?
Yeah.
He probably thought I was joking, but I was being serious because
I didn't know that all this. I thought you was just cracking jokes. No. I didn't realize that you was like, because we got a 5th.
How could we fill that spot? So I'm like, Isaac, would you throw money? You know what I mean? Because I don't want nobody to come with us and they not trying to throw no money. We not finna be in there looking stupid or square.
We throwing. No, and you ain't gotta pull out. You know, you ain't gotta throw your whole.
Out 1,000.
You ain't gotta go.
I'm throwing 1,000 at the least. 1,000 ones is throwing at the least.
Nigga do it better than me.
I'm
throwing a couple $100 at once.
But I know. I gotta give KB money too.
Yeah, no. But what I'm saying is if someone wanted to participate, or they don't have to throw a band, like you can chill with a smooth 200, for sure. 300, and make that stretch.
But everything that you do in a strip club, I heard is better to tip. So even if you ain't throwing money at a girl, if you're getting a drink or you're getting a massage, you just what I mean, they're there to be paid for a service. And
1,000%.
if we are there as a group, we gotta let motherfuckers know that it's worth coming on. It's KB's day. We want KB to have
a great
respectfully time. A great time with the baddest. One person that he should get a lap dance or whatever. We don't want to be in there looking like motherfuckers who ain't nobody coming. They there to make money. Nobody's coming to somewhere. That's why dude was like, man, they all gonna have fee, and I'm like, shit.
It costs to live like this.
Yeah. He kept telling me that you can't book a room and have girls already there. You got to go find them yourself.
Yep. Because why would they leave the floor and come to your room and make less money when they could just stay on the floor and make money? So it's like you have to be.
They're going to tax you to come to the room.
For sure.
Exactly.
And I don't blame them. That's smart business.
Either. So it's like I told D Mills, let's just put us there on the floor where we up the closest to them.
Because you can just walk in, but you don't get strippers.
She held it down, so she
if you just walk in, you're just kind of just chilling in the back.
It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna have fun. I just want D Mills to be able to tell everybody so they can come dress, because the Tootsie's thing definitely got.
Yeah. And for some, when you do buy the VIP, they're more stricter on the dress code.
Yeah, for sure.
And
at least that's what it say on.
I hear Miami just like they're a step when it comes to dress code and everything. Like they're just a little step higher in terms of.
They say Tootsie's is the one. It's like Scarlett's or Tootsie's, depending on who you ask, but
Yeah. I've heard 11-11 was also good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
11.
Mills had pull out some big hitters, and I had to be real with them. Like, niggas is getting money we spend, but like, I've been to Miami, and I know on a random Wednesday, Drake, French Montana, like a big heavy hitter could be in there.
Right.
I'm not trying to go to Live.
Yeah, Live is.
D Mills had Live on the list.
Live
I'm
is.
Like,
Because I had reached out to a friend of the pod who
have you checked?
Who travel a lot. He gave me a list of all the places.
Have you checked tour dates?
What you mean tour dates? Oh, like their tour dates?
No, I mean I didn't.
My fault. Drake. I'm sorry. I should have added context because he just changed up his tour a little bit. There's a very good chance he'll be in Houston when we're in Houston for the show.
Oh, I think you were talking about Miami.
Oh, I thought you were about to say
no. But I'm saying like
just announced to the people that we're going to be in Houston. So now you just open up all the doors for everybody in Houston to flood the DMs asking win. That's all they finna say now. Might go on stream with her. I want to say when y'all going. Don't ask me because we don't have a date. That's all I'm asking.
We just found out the city.
We just found out. Yesterday.
We just knew it was
Texas. That shit was on our calendar as Texas.
Yeah, Texas is crazy.
Tussies though. Yeah.
It'll be great because Austin is a short drive, so people can get mixy. You know what I'm saying? They can come.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I've been last couple of days trying to get my etiquette up on strip club shit. I don't want to go in there and
right.
And
I gotta.
I'm still doing.
I got a TikTok for y'all. That's funny.
I'm make sure we are fully aware of what's going on. I don't want nobody touching nobody they can't touch. I don't want nobody not touching somebody they supposed to touch.
Right.
I don't want a motherfucker to overtip. I don't want to undertip.
Right.
We gonna make sure we have us a good ass time.
Yeah.
Specifically, control the beats them.
He gonna have it. We gonna make sure.
Some of the shit that I read, though, I
Kevin
heard
have
they
a good
got
time.
some lemon pepper shit. That's
Oh yeah, they lemon pepper wings. Yeah. I heard
Oh man.
I need a picture.
That's what the people. Yeah.
Where
Because that's what people who don't go to the VIP section usually go there to just
just get the wings and dip.
I just hope the music.
It's kind of like an after hours thing, like especially in Houston, like you know what I'm saying. You hit the club or whatever, and then you just pop into like you know what I'm saying, get you some wings.
Because it was some other spots that we was looking at, and P was like, "Bro, we need strippers. Those ain't got strippers."
Yeah, D-Mill said. Because I was telling them, like, we should just go somewhere and chill and not do the private room. And then he literally put a spot in that was to chill. And
I thought that's what he meant.
That. I mean, like, chill with strippers.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got to go above and be private with it, but like we could just chill with the strippers. We should also figure out a time to go. I was reading that too. Dudes was like, you can go late, you can kind of go early.
Because we probably just don't book it the night after the live show.
Yeah.
So
we should go late.
They said the best time is to go late for the baddest because that's
that's when they come
out.
Unfortunately, the day we do the live show is a Thursday, so it won't be like the weekend.
No. We're in Miami.
Yeah.
Miami is like you can't don't go off.
Don't go off normal vibes.
The best times I ever had was on a weekday in Miami.
Okay.
Yeah. It was like a Tuesday night. It was that's my best memory ever with Miami is like a Tuesday night because we was there for a week. And the weekend was cool. It wasn't bad, but we was I remember us leaving like, damn, the Tuesday was better than the fucking Saturday. What the fuck they do that? How is that possible?
I feel like that's only possible in like LA. I'm not LA. I meant Vegas and probably Miami.
Yeah, probably.
Where you like your weekdays.
I could have just been a casual person who was there. You know, somebody in Miami may say I'm a damn fool and Saturday is the best day to go. But I, you know, as an outsider who ain't.
Did y'all look into Vegas? Or
we didn't know. We didn't go to Vegas.
I was just gonna say like what like to decide on Miami is just like don't get it twisted. Like,
I was saying do both. We said last podcast said do both, but since Miami is the first one,
right?
like,
might as well. Yeah, that'd be cool.
And then the closer we get to Vegas, because I don't know, I know more about Miami and Miami culture and where
I never really been, but I do like I got a couple like promoters that I know that like you know what I'm saying they do like TikTok type of stuff and they be talking about like etiquette. Or that's why I say I got a video for y'all.
I don't even know like is Drea's in Vegas? Is that a strip club or just a nightclub?
I think it's just a nightclub.
Okay, yeah, I don't. So if that's the case, I don't know no type of strip club. Only thing I know about Vegas is that I know it exists because you got motherfuckers on the street who would be like, give me $50 and I go in your hotel room.
Right,
like, they just be right there. Like
prostitution is so legal
on
in
the
Vegas.
strip. It's
Vegas is crazy.
You got $50 in a Snickers. I'll meet you in your hotel. It's like hold up, relax. But yes, it's gonna be fun. Anybody in here ever been to a strip club?
Nope.
I have.
I was telling the dude on the phone, like,
recently,
I'm just asking you questions because I ain't never been. And he was cool as hell. He was just giving me all the answers.
Recently, I had, but I had never been.
I've never been to a strip club in my life.
Up into a certain place.
I heard that about Magic City
in Houston.
too,
I faithfully get wings at the strip club every time I'm in Houston.
Oh yeah, we ordered that and it was weak as hell.
Weak as shit.
Yes.
What?
Yes, actually,
we
yes.
Got some strip Magic City wings. Them bitches was little and bold.
Nah.
Those were the smallest wings I've ever had in my life.
In Houston, I'll take y'all like Area 29 got some.
You going to the Atlanta shit? It ain't a live show, but it's
yeah. I'm coming with a suit too.
Oh, you gonna be in a suit too?
Remember the place I was trying to get you to get the wings?
Yep.
We're getting them.
Oh yeah.
We're getting them.
I've never been to Atlanta.
That's why.
We getting them.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't want to fly in at night.
No. It's a place that I can't even remember because I was doing my review shit, but it was a hot honey lemon pepper.
Yeah.
And that shit, it was dripping off the wing, and it was so good. I was telling him, but we had an event. And when we got back to the hotel room, it was fucking closed.
Oh,
no, he
ordered it. My fucking driver stole them.
And he couldn't reorder because it was closed.
That's how you know that was good.
But it was a little baby concert that night that we didn't know about.
Oh, dang.
And I guess dude
Asia told us. That's what Asia told us.
And I guess dude got stuck in that traffic and decided, Yeah, he just decided to cancel the order. Because I was looking at the thing, I'm like, damn, bro ain't moving. And like, he moving, but it's real little. And I guess he was stuck in that little baby traffic. Yeah, I had wings at our hotel that was good. They had some, like, barbecue bourbon wings or something like that. Not Magic City. I had tweeted out a complaint about the wings. They gonna respond saying our customers, they complained about having bigger wings, so we transitioned to smaller wings. True.
I feel like,
but they was just too little. I don't know. I probably got like the 15 or 15 or 10. At Magic
wings
City?
in the club got to be dangerous as fuck. Because 9 times out of 10, you probably drunk.
Yeah.
Wings. So
that
might be a little bit overrated.
Our package that we got come with 2 bottles. So I don't know. It should 2 bottles for us 4 should be enough.
Oh, it's bottles.
KB don't drink.
Yeah, that should be enough. Just get some reposado, we be straight.
Yeah, I felt that package was perfect.
Yeah,
we get the.
Y'all remember when we was going to that little club in Cleveland, that little spot,
and it was like $500 a bottle.
You remember they was asking in the Uber if we wanted to buy some bottles from them?
Yeah, that's probably.
Yes, they were trying to ask. Yes, they were trying to sell us some bottles.
We would have to chug that shit in the line.
I don't think I wasn't in your Uber.
Y'all, was you with us?
I wasn't in your Uber either. I was with Mark and Dez and.
Nah.
Yeah.
I forgot who the hell was in the car.
Oh no, I wasn't with Mark. I was with Dez and
we talking about All Star Cleveland.
Which club are y'all talking about? Y'all talking about the one we went with Cash Nasty?
Yeah.
I was with Drew because we didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Oh right, yeah. And he came with us.
You was with us?
No, I was with Dez. I was with the RGC boys.
Yeah, he did. Because remember, he's like, he needed a little swag or something.
Right. So we sat there with them. But it ended up being the other way around. We should have just had him rock with.
No, we didn't wait in line.
Yeah, no.
That's what I'm saying. It ended up being the other way around where he should have came with us. Because we was with Drew. And we slid right up in that joint.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I just remember Pete pulling up and just walking in. And we was like, what the fuck are we doing?
We walked right in there. I don't remember. I don't know if it was Drew or somebody else, but we walked right in there.
Yeah, I felt bad because I'm like, this ain't even my section. And when we sitting in this bitch and like kind of trying to hold it down. And I'm like,
oh yeah, and then we pull up to the section and those girls are in our section.
I'm not gonna go too specific. I'm not gonna go too specific.
They was getting into it with
I'm not going too.
Not I don't think it might have been MMG.
Yeah,
it was. I'm not gonna get too specific on names or whatever, but I just thought it was funny because them girls was sitting there. They got kicked out and moved over to the other section. It gets to the end of the night. And then the people that kicked them girls out then started to try and mac on shorties. And then the shorties like, oh, so now you want to talk to us? And it was.
I had to tell them, I had to tell those girls, that wasn't me.
Yeah. Same. Like,
that shit was funny that they was.
That was funny.
I'm like, sweetheart, I don't give a fuck if he was in or out the section.
Yeah, it didn't bother me.
It didn't make me I was
that was that night I hit that black and mild.
Yeah.
So
I was drunk.
Right next to us was Benny the Butcher.
Oh yeah,
I'm
he
like,
did say that.
Niggas in that swore. I don't know if I want to say that because like, Benny. I'm like, let me chill.
Oh man,
there, Benny.
That was a good night.
It was a random night.
That was a good night. And then I ended up sneaking in the little footage on the phone. Like I think I had some pictures, some video for the vlog. I remember Mills was like, "When did you take?" I said, "Come on, man. I'm the content guy."
I remember chasing when they was talking about post All-Star Weekend on their podcast. As Chase said, he had went to the bathroom. Like on his way to the bathroom, he had got into it with some people.
Oh, holy shit, man! It was, boy.
And I was like, "That's why I
didn't know Cleveland had it. Like I still am cool with a couple bottle girls I met at this one spot. Yeah, I popped out with RDC and we AI was in there.
Oh, for real?
So yeah, we was in the section with AI. It's cool. Got a picture and everything. Like it was a super cool.
Whenever we in the city with RDC, they always invite and they always make sure you straight. So.
Yeah. We linked up in LA. That was our most recent link up. I was out in LA with Cuzzo. And for Halloween, I want to say. I want to say it was a Halloween party we was at.
They invited us to that 50 Cent concert that we ain't go to.
In Vegas?
Was that in Vegas?
Something was in Vegas.
It was a Meek Mill, I think. No, Rick Ross. Cent. It was Gucci Mane.
Gucci Mane.
50 Cent. I feel like 50 Cent was a little wild.
There was a 50 Cent concert
It
somewhere.
was
'cause
a
I
50 Cent concert somewhere.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It sounds like a
Gucci
Vegas
was-
thing to me.
Because it was Vegas. It was Vegas.
It sounds like a
50
Vegas
Cent
thing to
was
me.
Andreas.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
Andreas, because what's the girl? That Page girl.
Yeah.
And then I think.
Oh, yep.
Going. Yeah.
Oh.
We eating out in Vegas because that one spot.
Oh,
we pulled up the
man.
Mavericks in that motherfucker.
Oh,
I need
yeah.
that shrimp
We had the
again.
Mavericks
Yeah.
in front of us, and we had Monty Morris.
It was a
behind
good
us.
spot. That was a good spot. Yeah, we picked that. It ended up being busted. I was like, oh, wow. It's busted up
That was
there.
the first time I ever walked into a venue and it's NBA players just everywhere. Just
Wow.
That was like the.
That's
very
great.
cool
So what do y'all
experience.
usually do for? That was my first summer league. Y'all have done more than.
Yeah,
But
we-
the first time we went, it was a big team thing, so it was full access to do a lot of shit. That's when it was like Omar, or Doug might have fucking been there.
Okay.
Sam, like everybody with HOH
Oh, it
was
was
there.
cracking.
So we was in a, and we first of all was at a much better hotel.
It was in
It
Caesars.
was in the Caesar Palace.
Okay.
So that in itself it's a mall in there, food court, gambling, pool.
Right.
Yeah, we got to make sure we in a hotel on the strip this time.
I
Being
will.
away from the strip.
we'll
be
be-
kind of a little weird.
We'll
Last time
we'll
we
get that
hotel
situated.
already kind of threw us away from all of the action. But yeah, the first time we was there, we was trying shit. I was off the daiquiris all day. We was trying in and out for the first time.
Okay.
We was shopping, and then we went out with the team a few times. We went out to Josh was there. Remember we went to that place with the Korean barbecue ribs and shit. You and KB was fucking that shit up.
Josh H. JD.
No, JD.
Oh.
Because JD don't come to a lot of shit.
Oh,
but
you
I
talking
remember
about
that.
Right.
They talking about the Chinese chain.
Yeah, because I know
PF
they had like
Chang's.
some
PF
duck-
Chang's.
They had
Yeah.
some
No,
like.
this one PF Chang's.
No,
Oh,
this
was
is
it?
like they had
'Cause I was
like
about to
duck
say,
there and
Josh
stuff like
H
that.
loves PF Chang's.
Josh H wasn't even HOH at this time.
Got you.
Okay.
This
Didn't
is
even
JD.
exist.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So, but it wasn't restaurants like the one that we went to where it had.
That Chinese restaurant was that type of thing.
Okay.
But that restaurant we went to was obviously at a higher caliber. But that was a
Okay, cool.
fancy ass.
I can make sure we slide to
You had
like
to
some
dress
spots
up to
like
go.
that, just so like
I tried to get us reservations to Carbone.
No, you said it right the first time.
Carbone. Yeah.
Carbone. Yeah,
But then that should be booked out for months.
yeah.
There's no way to get in there.
You know, Drake got a line about that.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah,
I had saw it on TikTok
the
and
Damson Idris dude said he called Jay-Z to get in there sometimes.
It's gonna
Oh,
be a
Who played
chill
in
night.
Snowfall. That's
Okay.
Franklin.
oh
Yeah.
Franklin, yeah.
Yeah.
In real life, he said he called Jay-Z to get in there.
Oh wow,
That's cool.
Franklin.
Don't do that. We not doing that.
Wait, who is he? I forgot. I just saw who he is in a relationship with. Who is he?
Lori Harvey.
Oh,
Lori
Lori
Harvey.
Yeah.
I got the questions for Mike Game.
Let's do this shit.
All right, hold
ready?
on. I'll start.
All right, but let's
let me
get the
start
timer.
Let me know when you're ready. I'm ready.
Name two Denzel Washington movies.
Training Day. I'll come back to it.
Capital of South Dakota.
Ooh.
Skip that shit.
Michael Jordan's college.
He went to North Carolina.
Kobe's first ring was against what team?
Was it they? Damn, it wasn't the Pacers, wasn't it?
It was the Pacers.
It was
Correct.
okay. Pacers.
What's the value of pi?
3.14.
Three. Name me three weed strains.
I'm gonna just say random shit. Purple Haze,
Okay, that's one.
Sour Diesel,
Boom.
and I got some Kush.
Okay. Two Young Jock songs.
Young Jock. It's going down.
Voila.
Damn.
After that one, I don't even know.
Skip. I'm coming back to the song.
8 times 8.
64.
Yes. Shaq's college.
He went to LSU.
Correct. Who is the name of the main character of San Andreas GTA?
Ooh,
CJ.
Yes.
good one.
Two Denzel Washington movies. You already named Training Day.
Damn. I feel like I've seen this motherfucker in every movie, but I just can't think of it. Somebody give me a hint.
No hints. Don't give him shit.
Yeah, not for this one.
Denzel Valentine.
Denzel Washington.
That's why I'm fucking out thinking of Denzel Valentine.
Oh my gosh.
I just can't. I can't right
The
now.
comments is gonna get on your ass. You
This,
skipping?
yeah, this is bad. This is a bad one to skip, Mike.
Bro, I just really
You getting to the 2-minute mark already.
skip it.
2 Young Jock songs.
Meet Me in the Club is going down.
Come on,
Another
man.
one.
He got it. He got it. I can't
I
believe
know.
it.
I can hear the fucking beats in my head. I just can't think of the damn songs.
I'm not expecting nobody. I'll name 2 because I feel like it's 2 to know if you're not into Young Jock like that.
It's a prominent ass song. I'm thinking.
You know
of
2? All right, I'm not asking for the answer. Do you know 2? You don't know 2?
I'm thinking of a Jim Jones song.
You skipping?
Skip it.
And then the capital of South Dakota.
That sounds hard.
That's hard.
Very easy.
Oh wait,
Don't say it, but it's
I
very
don't
easy.
know.
Let me know when you're done so I can stop the time.
I'm done, bro.
Alright,
I'm
you
done.
You got the worst time.
254.
Is it Dakota?
It's Pierre.
Oh my
Oh.
god. I wouldn't know that. See, I was trying to pick more prominent states.
Two
John Q.
Guns, John Q, Manchurian
Titans.
Candidate. Remember the
Okay, I should say
Titans.
remember the Titans. What was that second Young Jock song you talking about?
I know.
Bro, I
You
could,
see
it
it.
was songs. It was like
I was gonna-
Bam.
The song I was gonna say was "This Is Why I'm Hot." And I'm like, that is
That's
not.
the song.
Williams.
Yeah,
Monty
yeah.
Williams. Yeah. I know.
That's funny. We gonna have to get KB when he come back.
For sure. For sure. I'm like, bam, bam. I know you want some.
Hey.
That was a
Chewing
good-
on it like a piece of bubble. Yeah.
Back in that era,
know
it would seem like
you-
rappers would always. Some rappers would randomly come out of nowhere with some hits
Yeah.
that would just pop off.
There's some songs that you be listening that's from like the 2000s. You be like, this shit can never be remade, bro.
No,
Like what song? I agree with what
like
song?
Crank That Soldier Boy.
Not even.
I
That.
think
It's
it's
just
that
like
That Crank That era was crazy.
Like, you know what I
Ashanti, Are
Ooh.
you Ellie? That song just kind of just
Oh man,
let's give you a
Nah,
ain't no
it's-
music like that no more.
Ja Rule got a couple of those that
What's
just
my
get.
name?
Yeah,
I be thinking about just like people don't like. I be
Fat
thinking song
Jono,
Into You
What's
by
Love?
Fabulous. That shit. That shit.
Which one about Fat?
Into
Into
You by
You?
Fabulous.
Well,
That's-
yeah, so,
Ain't
Well,
shit-
to me,
ain't
oh
gonna
my-
be another
I think
song
that's
like
my
that.
favorite song all time.
well, I think old
It's just-
R&B would never be replaced.
It's
It
the
can't.
blend of that R&B with rap.
Rap,
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
blend is not. It don't exist like
you,
that.
you get an
Love
R&B
Ja Rule?
singer to do the hook. You know
You
what I'm
get a
saying? Maybe
Shanti
give
and
her
Ja
a verse,
Rule?
and then Yeah.
Come on now.
The Fat Joe.
right, the
Yeah.
Fat Joy, What's Love? Yeah,
What's love got to do?
They just that
got
shit
to
don't be coming
do
up
with
like they
it,
used to.
babe.
No, yeah.
Well, just even if they do, it don't hit as like the same used to.
No, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't hit the same.
We had like we got spoiled with that era.
Yeah, man. It was so funny reliving that. I saw P going crazy in the group chat. We didn't talk about that yet today. That Simon Says video was so crazy to read because that was a little bit ago. So just to relive that,
Shit was.
woo, that was funny, man.
I'm glad we did the second one because that's the version that they saw.
Yeah, it was great, right?
Yeah, that's
yeah. I'm
it.
so glad that it ended up coming out. You know what I'm saying? We had to work at that one a little bit, but we got something dope.
Yeah, I'm glad we went through it.
Yeah, it was
with-
a great
with
video.
What you was pushing for because that shit came out.
Very hilarious, bro. That brought me back when he was such a float.
Yeah, that shit.
Oh, that's
yeah.
it, me, man.
You heard? Yeah. That's that Jennifer Lopez, LL Cool J. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All I had.
Yeah.
Love is what you
Attitude,
have,
baby
baby girl.
girl.
I'm what you have. That was that's a throwback, bro.
For
Yeah.
sure.
I'm gonna find a shorty to do some hooks for us, bro.
But yeah, please do.
I know
didn't
someone too.
understand how funny it was when I said Simon should shut the fuck up.
Oh my
That
god.
shit had.
I was so blue at Mike's
You didn't-
call.
you wasn't
I wasn't even paying
Yeah,
attention.
that's why it was so funny.
Yeah, that's
That's why I was like, are you complaining? And you like,
Yeah.
that's not true. You don't. I'm not even in your mind.
No.
right that time.
Yeah.
That's why that shit is so funny.
they in
And
the
then
comments
that
talking about it.
That dribbling shit.
Oh, well,
my
you got me to
gosh.
go to my right hand.
Cause you was so stuck on being a smart aleck
Yeah.
that you didn't realize that you was finna get out. This is my left. This is my left. So you want me to do my right? And I was like, oh yeah, y'all the left.
yeah.
Fuck you
Your
talking about?
other left hand, and then he crossed it over.
He was persistent with it too, and it worked.
Because he was like, fine, I'll do it. Oh,
That
man.
was like little kid shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the other day he was going to the park and Dana was telling Ari to stop running. She kept running
and 3 seconds after, she's crying and she's being held because she fell. But it's like, mommy told you.
Stop running. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, to pat them on their back.
Oh, man.
That shit is funny.
I couldn't even hide it because you heard the shit.
You heard us. You had us shooting close. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And we all missed. He was like, bro, did y'all all just get out?
Yeah.
And then Darrick going to do the half court shit. Mike got a hella shit to talk. Why he made it?
Yeah, he made it.
He was making them. He might have to shoot
He
that
was hitting them half
rather
court.
than that 3-point line.
Yeah. I was like,
chucking.
what the hell? Me and KB was looking at each other like, what got into Mills? Because he.
Nothing worse when the nigga was trying to do the damn sky hook and he didn't know what a sky hook
Oh,
was.
man.
That wasn't even in the video, was it?
No, I don't think so.
I don't
but
think
they
so.
should have kept
that was
shit
the first.
in.
Because
You
that
owe
was
some thank yous.
that was in the
That was in the first.
that
cut?
was in the first cut.
Oh.
That was in the first cut. The sky
The
hook.
first cut was also me playing against 1-on-1 with somebody, and I was
Yeah.
winning, but you blocked it on.
Oh,
the
yeah.
second shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's hook shit. I still don't know.
You were
what
doing
the
a whole
fuck
flow like the point of the hook is like you do it over your head or
Yeah.
whatever. He was turning, facing the basket, putting one leg up, doing a little Jamal Murray like floater or some shit.
Yeah.
He's like, that's not no sky hook.
No,
Like,
no.
He said, do
bro.
the Jamal Murray shit. I mean Jamal Crawford shit, and then he told you,
Oh,
he's like,
yeah.
yo, your ass just out, bro. you just out. You just out.
That was hard. That Jamal Crawford shit is hard.
The funniest shit ever, because I looked through the comments when you and KB was doing the 101. I would just add it rules in.
Yeah,
Oh,
so he can make
yeah.
it.
And people in the comments like, Pierre really got something against Darrick. I'm like, bro.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
You stepped the red line. Nope, you can't step on the red line.
Yeah.
It's just entertaining and funny.
It's funny.
And they,
Yeah,
it's, just,
it's funny.
it's always one motherfucker.
Yeah, they,
going to,
But it was funny that they was in comments when it turned into a practice. So it's like,
Oh, yeah.
that
Was crazy. I couldn't remember the last time I ran a suicide.
yeah.
yeah. that
Oh, he was bad. His reaction, he said,
Yeah,
he said,
I was like,
what?
That nigga, you know, he used
Oh,
to
he
sit out
big
during them
bad.
suicides. Grab that inhaler. Sit right in there. We'll be running up and down. You see that nigga having a big smile on his face.
That's all I needed to know. Now I see why you be settling for them threes.
They go in?
A damn lie. We gonna
A
hoop
damn
tomorrow.
lie.
Ain't you? Is you
We
coming
have
tomorrow?
video evidence.
What time?
It was
I
at noon.
forgot.
The one in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Is you gonna make it, D-Mills?
I should be able to, yeah.
I think Mason said he coming. John said he coming, which is always crazy.
Oh, damn. I might
John's
have to
coming?
make sure
yeah,
I make
John
it.
said he's
I
gonna
might
come.
have to make. Is Kyron coming?
I don't
Oh,
know.
good
We
question.
gotta have to text that nigga and see if he worked today.
Tomorrow, you mean?
Or yeah, tomorrow. But when I said, hold on, I'm gonna make sure it was John too. Yeah, I put noon. John said that works. So he calling this nigga right here.
He was like, what the fuck you want?
That's how we got. That's how we getting this. So what time is we at?
We had 2 hours. Say what's up to the podcast, man.
Come on, man. What's going on?
This is Kyron, ladies
I was
and
like, I know
gentlemen.
that voice. Come on, man.
It is afternoon, and
12:30.
he got a fucking strawberry shortcake in his hand, the ice cream.
You got to get it how you live.
Hey, those are crazy.
Bro,
Mike and
Kyron
D
is
Mills
a
want to know, are you
character.
hooping tomorrow?
I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all know later on. I don't know.
He was talking hella shit yesterday. Play me 1-on-1 for some break. Hey, I'll play you 1-on-1, Kai. If you beat me, I'll give you 200. If I win, you don't gotta give me shit.
200 for lunch.
You don't gotta give me shit.
That's disrespectful.
That is disrespectful.
Wasn't
Kyron, now you got to give him buckets for real.
Yeah, if you win, you got to do something. You got to get your hand jobs.
Oh, shit.
and I like to thank y'all for listening
yeah,
to
yeah.
this
Oh my God,
podcast.
we still recording.
Thank you for another.
Hey, we'll see y'all. This has been a wonderful episode of Through the Wire. Shout out to y'all, man. We out.
Peace.